Boxing debate with the Goon. We live in this motherfucker. You already know what it is. I got my homeboys getting ready to come on here, and they got this debate. It's a great debate. It's
Oh, that's
Triple
Teak
G.
right there.
Oh, he's in the building. Homie's in the building.
Yo, what's good?
What's
Hey, I'm
good?
I'm letting them know, bro.
No,
Uh,
nigga
the
had took a
question.
nap real quick, man. I forgot what time it was, man.
Oh, it's go time, baby. It's go time.
Yeah.
It's up there, bro. We waiting
Hey,
on. We
Goon,
waiting.
did you text Monkey? Because Monkey said send a link to his phone or something, that new number.
Can you hold on.
You want me to send it? Or you want.
Yeah. Please.
Okay, I'm going to put it in that
Yeah.
chat. I want.
Because I put it in the
Oh,
old
let me.
group. I didn't know he ain't in the old group no more.
Oh, he ain't?
I guess not. Capman in the building. What's up, bro?
Let me see. I got you. Hold on. I'm send it to him.
Lanique,
Yo,
Lateak, tell
yo.
him what the debate about, bro. Tell him what the debate about, bro.
Uh, I think it was about Dimitri Bivol versus Triple G. That's what I'm thinking, right?
They saying they saying was he elite? Was both they saying was Canelo elite or or is Triple G elite?
Man.
That's what I was told. So if that ain't right, then you could clear it up.
Oh my god, man. No, I'm talking about this Triple G motherfucker, bro. Nah, man. Like,
Oh, I didn't really know the cheat. So I might have fucked it up because I was telling Goon, trying to explain what the debate was about. I seen a little bit of it when I think you said Triple G wasn't elite
no.
and Canelo what? Oh, okay, I fucked it up. See?
Hell no, I wasn't. Hell no, that nigga ain't no fucking elite fighter to me.
Oh, okay. So I was right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
And he
okay.
and I thought, and he talking about he better than before. I'm like, yo, you smoking,
Nope.
bruh.
Save it. Save it. Save it.
All right,
Save it.
no, I'm waiting for him to get here.
Okay. I just sent him the link too.
Okay. Did he respond to you?
Not yet. I'm gonna call this nigga, man, because I just got
Yeah.
off the phone with this nigga. All right.
Cause man, hey, look, when they say they got smoke, I'm out here and about. I say
Yeah.
shit. They got to get this on the floor, bro.
Hey, I said, Goon at a day party. I said he probably don't even know what planet he on by now.
and
I
don't
look, man, look, bro.
and don't.
I ain't even mad at bro. Like, go
Ah,
have a good time. Shit.
yeah. I'm finna call him, man. And hold on, y'all. I'm finna call him.
Hey man, what's good, bro? What you think about Wilder last night? While we got time to shoot the shit till y'all get active.
I'm a now. I was gonna make a video about it, but then I'm like, because I'm gonna be honest with you, and you know I fucks with Wilder heavy as hell, man.
Yes, I do.
It's time for my boy to retire. I'm gonna keep it
Yeah, I
real.
said the same thing,
It's
bro.
time
I
for my
said
boy
the
to
same
retire,
thing.
man, because he
Oh,
looked every
Monkey
bit.
on here.
Okay, he's in the building
Man,
and it's smoke and it's up right now. So I got the guys on here right now.
Yo. Can
I
y'all
got
hear me?
yo,
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you.
Okay.
I got my co-host is gonna handle this shit from here on out. I'll be getting everybody that pop in that want to get on the thing. Drico running the show tonight. Drico, it's all yours, baby.
All right, baby. Have fun. Be safe.
All
be
right,
Already.
safe, go.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Now, what's up? What's going on, Marky? I seen a little bit on the
Well,
thing.
well,
You and Lateak, and
you
and
know,
I,
me and
I
Duke we always have our indifferences and stuff. So we got, we this how we hash it out.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
it was a little post somebody else made about elites and who is and who ain't based off sentiments of his record or whatever, right?
Right.
So I was looking at, I was saying like, okay, so y'all saying it's only two elite fighters that he fought, right? And that's
Mm-hmm.
everybody saying we all know Floyd for sure. Floyd
Mm-hmm.
is elite. He's the epitome of he's the definition of elite. But
facts.
then they say Bivol, and I'm like, all right, okay, he got undisputed, he did his thing when he beat Canelo, okay, but we got other fighters on sentiments. Now, get this. I ain't no biased person.
Right.
I like boxing as a fan of the sport, and I'm not
Right.
gonna be. I got my likes and dislikes as far as towards fighters, but I ain't gonna be biased as far as like what their abilities are, who they fought, and all that stuff. But when I'm breaking down his resume, I'm like, yo, man, wait a minute. Your boy got some elites on there. You know, he
Right.
got some fighters. And when we say elite, you know, you gotta put down like this skill set, not just the skill set. We talking about, you know, who they fought, like all right, then we talking about how many championships have they won, how many divisions have they been in and won in, who they beat, you know, it's a lot of stuff that goes into becoming getting that name elite. It's like saying
Right.
it's
Facts.
like in the NBA, right? When you
Right.
say, oh, this player's a superstar. Well, first and foremost, a lot of those guys in the NBA, you know, have great talent, and a lot of them shine at night in, night out. But that doesn't mean that they superstars. You know,
Right.
it's only
Right.
you gotta been there done a lot.
So you what you basically saying is somebody got their
Yeah, somebody joined. I
Hey,
can't hear him.
who's the last person? Bug go stop Canelo. Go in and come back out. I'm gonna
okay.
bring you in.
Okay, so
Okay,
you basically saying what makes Canelo any more of a lead fighter than Triple G, right? That's your stance on it,
no,
right,
no,
Mark?
no. What makes Bivol more of an elite fighter than Triple G?
Okay, now
Because
Lateak.
we know Canelo is the man that they got to go beat. So
Right,
I'm
right,
just saying, like,
right.
if Bivol is elite, what makes Triple G not elite?
Okay, I got you. I
Okay,
got you. Now,
and
Hey,
Lateak, what's your
I'm about
take?
to explain that to you, Mark. Look, man,
All
this
right,
is it. Who the fuck did this nigga beat, bro? Like,
that's
seriously,
that's what
outside
I
of Danny
said in the
Jacobs, who a lot of people, including myself, thought he lost to, and Sergey Derevyanchenko, and another fight
yeah,
that a lot of people thought he lost, including myself. Like, I'm serious though, bro.
yeah,
You beat Kell Brook. He came up.
right.
Kell Brook.
I don't
Yeah,
even
Kell
I don't
Brook.
even
Kell
consider that.
Brook's about 47 fighter.
I don't even consider that as
All right,
you know
all right.
what
Well,
I just name off.
all right. Well,
Willie
But
all right,
Monroe
all right,
Jr.
all
and
right.
David
Respect. That's
Lemieux.
respecting. But outside of those two victories, who did this motherfucker beat that makes him elite?
oh,
Because he
oh,
had a lot.
okay,
Because a lot of his titles was handed to him too.
And look, he like Gabe Rosado, who got 17
Ugh.
losses.
He got
David
like
Lemieux,
35 losses. Come on, man.
Willie Monroe
okay,
Jr. Like he didn't beat nobody to really be labeled elite, bro. In my eyes.
okay. Y'all saying he didn't beat nobody, right? But at the same time, he had a 23 fight knockout streak, right? This is the no. Now, this is
Like,
what I mean by going into stop talking about elite, the things that you have accomplished in your career, what you've done. Now, when we say who has he fought, everybody when we mention fighters like that, everybody always come back to Bud and they say, well, who the hell Bud beat? You know what I'm saying? But like you gotta respect
yeah,
the fact
I never
that
been on that type time though, Mark. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I
but
never been
but
one of them dudes that said Bud resume was trash.
Bud beat some good
but
fighters in those knockout
but
Bud
fights.
beat some good
but
fighters.
people don't saying though, right? Triple G had a 23 fight streak knockout streak. Then on top of that, the man was the most feared middleweight for about 3 years. You know what I mean? Up until Canelo finally fought him. And to add to that, he's unified championships. He's held the titles for a very long time. He's
But here's
dropped
the
them.
thing
Yeah,
though, Mark. Here's the thing though, bro. Here's the thing though, big bro.
all right.
Who did he beat for those titles? Because a lot of those titles was handed to him. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They
yeah.
didn't fuck. He didn't beat nobody for those belts.
He didn't
They
take
was
the
handed to him
title from
because
title
Canelo
holders.
and a lot of niggas. I mean, not Canelo. Niggas was fucking giving up their belts, and they was moving up in division and weight,
Yeah,
and they
that's
was
true.
handing it to him. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's why I
So
question who this
so
motherfucker
you
beat, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
so
that's
so
why I don't look at him as no elite a fighter. Like, as far as Bivol is concerned, all right, Bivol's resume wasn't great at
It
first,
wasn't great either,
but
really.
then he got Canelo on his resume. He got
Better
Arthur
be,
Beterbiev on his resume.
and
You feel what
that's
I'm
it,
saying?
really.
and who else? Who else though? This is what I'm
That's it.
talking about now. You
That's
saying
it.
who did Triple G
Yep.
beat, but who did Who did Bivol beat, bro? He beat Better
That
Beef.
yo,
Arguably, that could have been either
bro.
way.
But look, bro. Them two names alone destroy everything
Oh,
on
come on,
Triple
bro.
G's resume.
Come on,
Just
Yeah,
them
bro.
two
it
Rest,
alone.
definitely do though, bro.
you
It definitely do.
still gotta go back to the fact that this man had a 23 fight knockout
Against
streak.
who?
But
But
who
Mark,
was he
In the
knocked
bro,
out
middleweight
though?
against
division.
who, Brody?
And who was the
Against
best
who?
fighter? Who was the best
When
fighter
you
he
He's
get in
knocked
that
out?
beating
ring,
he's beating me and your fucking local Foot Locker workers.
Hey Marcus, who was
when
the
you
best
get in
fighter
that
he knocked
ring,
out? Who was the best fighter
when,
he knocked
when,
out during that knockout
when
streak?
you look, this the point. This is the point. It's the same point I made for Bud because people tried to diminish who he fought and all that. Bro, if you get in that ring, you got to go up against another opponent that's just as hungry as you is, right? Right?
But
Correct.
yeah,
Correct.
Or the opponent can actually fucking have a pulse.
hey Marcus,
That's what
look
I'm
though,
saying.
look.
Yeah.
Who was the best
Correct.
fighter that Triple G knocked out? Because for Bud, you can't compare it to Bud because the best fighter he knocked out, we could say was Errol Spence because he was number 3 on
Like
the
And
that.
count.
Errol
True,
Spence,
true, true.
and
Look,
Errol
he was
I
Spence
number.
is
mean,
30
Look,
times.
I'm not
hold on,
And
let me
he
stating.
let me
ain't
I'm
let
better
just
me
than
hold on.
saying
everybody on
Look,
Triple G resume
Spence
by a
was
country mile.
Spence was number
this
3
is.
on ESPN pound for pound list when Bud knocked him
Yes.
out. So
Yes, he
But
was.
that's
this
higher
is
than
this is
anybody on Triple G resume.
It's
that's
not even
higher than
close.
that's higher than a lot of motherfuckers' resumes. But peep this. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like we can sit back and say he ain't a lead or he is, but I tell you this, I bet you this, if you go back to the writers of the sport, if you go back to to other boxers in the sport, other stars, they gonna tell you Triple G is an elite fighter, dude. And that's
But
not
Yeah,
even
Bro, we got to
that's
go back.
but
that's not even my opinion.
I never.
hey, that's what they say. But when you really look at it, he really didn't prove anything to be elite because, like I said, who was the best fighter that he knocked out during that knockout streak? Who the best fighter? I'm asking.
Bro, and you know what? I can't even give you a good name. I'm just
Exactly.
arguing the fact.
Exactly,
Look,
Mark.
That's
That's
my
what I've been
point.
trying to tell you,
but
bro.
Pete, no, I'm still gonna argue the fact though, bro, because you gotta look at this man's career. You gotta look at what he's achieved in his career. Yeah, he was knocking out a lot of people, but hey, man, like I said, when you get in that ring, you got other people you got opponents that are just as hungry as you are that are gonna try to come in there and knock. But to have
And
23
I'm
straight
gonna
knockouts
I'm gonna do you one better
at
though,
the
Mark.
middleweight division,
I'm gonna do you one better. When his streak did come to an end, when he finally got into the ring with someone who had gave him some fucking resistance, Daniel Jacobs. Like I said, and I watched that fight 3 different times, bro, just to make sure
Somebody
that
got
I
feedback.
wasn't fucking being deceived. I thought Daniel Jacobs won that fight, bro. Like
you
that's when I
you.
said Triple G's aura went away soon as Daniel
As soon
Jacobs
as he
fight was
stepped
over
up in
with.
I
competition.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I saw that fight 10 times, bro. Jacobs fought him well. He fought great, but he didn't
I
win
thought
that
he
fight.
won.
And look,
Yeah, yeah, I mean,
Canelo saying Triple G is his best his best win. Now he arguably lost that first fight to Triple G, but he had a draw and he tested positive, and that's your best win. That's not a good
It,
look.
it's is y'all hearing feedback or is that just
Yeah,
me?
I heard. I don't
It's
hear no
real
more though.
bad, bro.
Okay. Okay, cool. Are we straight, Goon?
Hey,
Good look.
hey, look. I need each one of y'all to come on and come back off.
All right.
all
Say
right.
it again.
One at a time.
Oh, come back on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, all right.
Can you hear something,
Yeah,
Drake?
they who was that the last one that came in there?
I
Was that
can't
Pooh
remember.
Dangles?
Hey, look, you do it too. You do it too.
Okay, I'm finna leave. Okay.
Yeah, you can hear me.
Yup. All right, we good. Everybody coming back now.
You kind of going in and out too, Goon.
I'm on mic.
All right.
Everything good?
Testing. Y'all hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah. I think we good now.
Okay.
Everything good now?
Yep. It sounds
But
good.
I feel like they've been hyping Triple G up to hype up Canelo resume because he really didn't prove nothing to be elite.
10,000%, bro.
Yeah. I just feel
And
like
look, and here's another thing too. Just like I was telling Mark yesterday when we was talking in the group and shit. Triple G had numerous opportunities to prove himself as an elite fighter, but
Yeah,
he didn't fucking do it because because when Jamal Charlo became his fucking mandatory, he didn't want to fight him.
exactly.
When Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade was stepping to him, ready to fight the Unify, because remember he's the WBO champ,
Uh-huh.
he didn't want to fight him.
Facts. Those are
So I
facts,
don't want
bro.
to hear. So I don't want to hear about this dude talking about an elite fighter, and then two niggas step to you that was champions in your division, and you ain't want to fight them. You was waiting around on another Canelo fight.
Yeah, that's
bro.
true. So
We
that's
can
why
sit
I don't
here.
consider him elite.
We can sit here and we can talk about who didn't fight who, and I can bring up a lot of old fighters,
Oh yeah, of
great
course
fighters
that. Of
that
course
didn't
that.
fight people that we wanted them to fight. We
But
can do that,
And I
those
but
can
are
at
the
do
the
that with
best
same
Sugar Ray
time,
fighters.
Leonard.
Those are the
Like,
best fighters that he
shit.
could have fought to prove his elite status, and he
I
never.
mean, I mean, true. I mean, it would have made him more. It would have made what he's done in his career more, like toned. But
Shit,
at
you
the
Legitimate.
know how
same
much
Yeah.
time,
fucking
bro,
clout y'all know how much clout Triple G would have got if he would have able to beat Charlo or Andrade.
Yeah, he'd have been through the roof then, no question.
Exactly.
Yeah, no question.
Shit, look at Tyson Fury's fucking career. That nigga went through the fucking roof after he beat fucking Klitschko and then Wilder.
Yeah,
right.
And then even though the rest of it, a lot of his resume is ass, but
yeah.
he beat
But
them
at the
too.
same time, see, this is the argument though. What makes Bivol more elite than Triple G?
This his best two wins, Canelo and Better Beef. That's kind of that's kind of
Yeah,
what makes
I
it
mean,
you
better.
be yeah, and Better
you
Beef
be okay. So
was the
you did
top
it.
five
You did
pound
it.
for pound fighter when Canelo when Bivol beat him the second time around, and then we all know Canelo was probably
Come
number
on, man.
one, number two, or number three when
Let's
Bivol
be
beat him.
honest. Let's be honest, bro. Let's be really really blunt honest. Who actually gave? Did y'all any of y'all actually give Canelo a chance against Bivol?
Against who?
Any of
I'm gonna be honest with you. I did because
Against Bivol?
I
I
thought
know.
Canelo was
you?
I'm
gonna beat him.
explaining. I'm explaining to you why. I'm explaining to you why. Because a lot of Canelo's opponents mysteriously stop fucking fighting when it like they get that brown paper
You said
bag. If
So
you know
right
what
wait,
I
off.
mean.
you said who gave him a chance against who? Bibble?
Yes.
Yeah, I had Canelo winning that fight, bro.
I
I
had
Oh
picked
my God,
Canelo.
I picked
bro.
Canelo to win that fight because I thought Bivol was gonna get that brown paper bag.
Yeah,
Just
but
off.
I think everybody picked Canelo except you, brother.
No,
that's what
oh
I'm
no, yeah,
saying. That's what
yeah.
I'm
Okay,
saying,
bro.
bro.
I saw through that, bro. Like the dude was too big. He's younger, and his skill set is something that Canelo is way outmatched at. I
Yeah,
Most
I,
yeah. Shout
I
out
but,
to Pooh Dangles. I see you, Pooh.
but look, despite what
I didn't
people
get
said,
Canelo in that fight.
despite what people
What?
said after the fight, oh, they had Bibble. A lot of people picked Canelo for that fight. That's why Bibble was saying during the build-up in the press conference, everybody just acted like I'm just some slouch and Canelo just gonna do this and that. But it's not like that because most people was picking Canelo to win that fight, and that was
From
like
what
the
I
cherry pick gone wrong.
and you know what? You know what? I did see that in the group a lot. A lot of people's like, "Oh, he's cherry picking Bivol why he didn't go to Bear Beef and stuff like that." But like, bro,
Yeah,
I was like, man, y'all tripping, because the dude is his skill set alone is too much for Canelo, and he's bigger. He's way bigger. You know,
Man, I,
I
like
I
no,
ain't
I
gonna
agree with
lie.
that. I agree with that because, like I said, the reason I picked Canelo was I thought Bivol was gonna fucking lay down like Kovalev did.
I
That's
ain't
yeah,
why
gonna
I picked
lie. I
him.
had Canelo by annihilation.
you
yeah. He
did.
knocked out
No,
Kovalev.
Yes.
no,
I had Canelo.
Yeah. I wasn't
Because
up on
like I said, a lot of these
Bivol
motherfuckers
like
when
that.
they fight Canelo, they mysteriously forget how to punch. They mysteriously forget
Yeah,
to fucking do defense. Like you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Trico.
Yeah.
but then when they fight other people, they look like they normal selves.
Yeah. I thought it was a combination of both though. I think it was Canelo thought he was gonna steamroll Bivol and
He
he
Yeah,
did
thought
it.
Bivol was
He
gonna
went
lay
in
down.
overconfident.
Yeah, and then Bivol was up for it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
yeah.
Canelo. You know
No,
what I mean?
Bivol
Hey,
ain't no
hey,
sucker.
hey,
That's
Drake.
why.
Yeah, yeah,
I
I
Because
got
I
a
thought he
question.
was a sucker. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I thought he was a sucker.
yeah.
I got,
before that
I
fight though, I had looked up on Bivol because I hadn't really noticed. I had really taken notice to his fights and stuff like that. But I did my research, bro, and I was just looking at his fights, and I was like, oh my god, Dude is he's a mismatch for this boy, man.
And
Because for what he work, he fights tall and he gonna work off that jab, and his combination punches is blissful for a fighter like Canelo, because Canelo got to load up on his shots.
and
Yup.
Marcus, that's something I didn't do. I didn't do my research on that
No,
fight.
I
I
didn't
just
do it.
Yeah,
assumed
I didn't even
Canelo was gonna
bother.
win. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't bother doing that because I'm gonna tell you what. I knew though about the 6th or 7th round. I said Canelo gas out the 6th or 7th round, and I
yeah,
seen Bivol just kept going, boom,
That's
kept
why.
boom.
going.
That's why. That's
Yeah,
why that's why he took that computer role because
yeah.
his gas tank.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Hey, but
Y'all
look,
ain't
And that's
shit.
why. And that's why I hope Bud is on his ass with them fucking with fucking Vada.
and I haven't
But
heard
people,
nothing about. Only I heard Bud post about they came to test him after the so-called situation, but I haven't heard nothing else about them drug testing for this fight.
I think they just
All
tested him
right.
again, didn't they? They just tested Bud again. He came back. He came back negative. I
Hey,
think so. The
But
last couple
excuse me
Of
though.
course
games.
he did, because
but
he
I got a
Canelo,
he ain't
question for
no
Mr.
goofball.
Drico. When y'all give me the chance, I got a question for Mr. Drico before we get too far. Now that y'all brought
Oh,
Bud up.
go ahead.
okay,
Go ahead.
All right, so I just heard you say. First of all, man, how y'all doing? Peace to y'all,
All
brothers, man.
right.
Much
All right.
love.
Peace to you. Peace to you,
what's up,
brother.
bro?
Fam.
My bad, but man, I heard you just say that you had and bro, you be making some good predictions, but you had Canelo to bust the Bivol
Bivol.
up before that fight,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Yep.
Man, so let me ask you something, bro.
Yes. Yes, sir.
And you got Bud to bust Canelo up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a
I,
question, bro. What is it that you see in Bud that you didn't see in Bivol?
I see lateral movement that I see in Bivol. I see lateral movement. I see Bud sharper punching. I see Canelo not being able to take a body shot. I see that Canelo is stuck in the gravy as far as footwork. I
And
see
we
I
don't
agree
see
Bud.
with
the
that.
same Canelo that fought
But
Bivol either.
so after you done Dreek, I'm gonna explain the why I think a little bit differently. But go ahead, bro.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I
yeah,
think
yo,
that
yo, Drake did say he didn't do his homework on Bivol before that fight either.
yeah, I didn't do my homework on Bivol. You know what I mean? I know Canelo can't take it to the body. I know the length, and then most of all, stamina. Canelo gasses out in the
Yup.
fifth and sixth.
In the later rounds, yep.
Yeah, in the later rounds. And I know Bud is gonna be strong. The question is Bud strong enough? His power gonna go up? I think that 405 pounds or 420 pounds that he deadlift say different, and that's it.
455.
455, and that's all I got.
Signified. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Look,
okay.
y'all. Here's my explanation why I think
Oh,
that.
and Bud stopped Canelo in round 9 to 10.
All right, here's my explanation,
Ooh
y'all.
wee.
This is just my personal opinion.
We listen.
I want fucking Bud to win. You feel what I'm saying? I want that nigga to
Right,
win because I don't fucking like Canelo.
Right.
But I
right,
also am a realist when it comes to breaking down these fights.
right.
I'm extremely fucking concerned that moving up fucking basically two weight classes, because when you put on that extra weight and that extra muscle, that shit slows you down when you've had speed your whole career. Bud's been a fast fighter his whole career. You feel what I'm saying? He's always had great hand speed and great timing. That extra weight, that's what I'm worried about though, Drake. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because because you know how it is. Even though I don't like Canelo, I'm never going to
right,
take away his chin, and I'm not going to take away his power.
right.
That timing is everything. You feel me?
Oh yeah,
Hey,
That's
I'm
absolutely.
why. That's why I'm a little bit concerned that I really wanted Bud to take a tune up to get used to the weight.
Hey,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna take away some of Canelo power for the simple fact that he haven't got a knockout since Caleb Plant, and more importantly,
That was
he
a
got,
bullshit
look,
knockout, by the
look,
way.
hold on, look, yeah,
But you
look,
keep
but
going.
more importantly, he got surgery after that Caleb Plant knockout, and he haven't got a knockout since. So I don't think his power is what it used to be.
I'm
That's
gonna
true.
say
That's
this.
true.
I'm
But
gonna
here's the
say this
thing.
one last thing, and then y'all can have it. But I think right now Bud don't need a tune up. It's smart because we don't want no scouting. I think right now Bud is getting used to the weight because he walking around, he eating, he shitting, he
Yeah,
fucking, he doing that at 180. So
Boy.
he's gonna be real comfortable when he step in that ring, and he's training. You see what I'm
Right.
yeah,
saying? So
I
he's gonna
agree.
be real comfortable when he step in that ring. Second of all, he knows how to fight. He knows how to fight on the street. He don't know how to lose, so that will is in him. I'm not losing because this is street. All he needed was a spark, and Canelo gave him that spark. You
Yeah,
know what
by
I mean?
doubting him, by doubting his
I'm a
resume.
street cat. So when you behind and y'all are too, not doubting y'all. We need that against us so that we can go. You see what I mean? So
Hell yeah,
now
that
Yeah,
he's
fucking
seeing
motivation.
his
that Michael
yeah.
Jordan mentality.
He's seeing his mother in the yard telling him, "Hey, Canelo, come down here and beat up Bud." You see what I'm saying?
Hey, let me shout out that YouTube comment down there. That's on point right there. That B-roll is posted up today.
Oh yeah, Dangles be on it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just wanted
yeah,
to, because y'all was on that. I wanted to touch on that.
yeah,
How's
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
doing?
But
I,
that's how I see it, bro. Like I'm not, and anybody else can have y'all feedback in on it too. But that's how I see it playing out. I think the first 3 rounds is pivotal. Not I ain't gonna say the first three. I'm gonna say Canelo, but it's gonna be too much for him in the first two. I think Canelo's gonna come on in 3 and 4 and 5. So Bud's got to survive 3, 4, and 5. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
But
Nah,
frustrate
but here's the
Canelo.
thing. Here's the thing though, too,
but
Drake.
he's not gonna
Because
run. He's not
here's
gonna run.
oh no, I
And
don't think he's gonna run either.
and he's
But
going
here's the
for the
thing though,
knockout.
Drake.
He's
Here's the
going
thing
for the
though, too,
knockout.
Drake.
Yeah.
Because Goon, remember when me and you was breaking down the Earl Spence fight? Remember what
Okay.
did I tell you? What was Bud's first most important rounds? One
I
through
think you said
three.
them early rounds. Yeah, you said them early
If
rounds.
he got if he because normally Bud is a slow starter. Normally, because he's downloading information, and then between 5 to 7, that's when he start cooking. But if he gets going early against Canelo, then we gonna see what's up because
so
I don't
start.
know if Canelo is gonna I don't know if Canelo's gonna be coming out the gate like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Look,
He
like
coming. He coming.
Canelo was big, and Canelo
He
been
coming.
reigning at 168 for like 3 years. But and Bud coming up 2 weight classes, true. But I think it's more important that we understand that this just ain't Amir Khan coming up to fight Canelo. It's not Jamal
Fuck
Charlo
no.
coming up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo. Like this Bud Crawford. And I think you got to admit that Crawford is the most skilled fighter in boxing. And if you look at this from a technical standpoint, we all know that matchup is a terrible matchup for Canelo overall.
Normally skilled fighters give him a boatload of problems.
Yeah, and I think we also got to admit that while Bud is coming up in weight, it's a tall task. But I think personally, Bud got all the skills and the tools that every fighter that gave Canelo problems has had. And I think aside from obviously Floyd, he represents a logical um, reflection of a lot of the tools that it takes to beat Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Bud will be able to use those tools to frustrate and neutralize Canelo to the point where size is not a factor. You know what I'm saying? And
Man.
regardless if
Shit,
Charlo
we just
ran,
saw we just saw Canelo frustrated last fight with fucking Skull.
yeah,
Hey,
and
but he
regardless if
ran,
Charlo
bro.
ran,
Hey,
he,
hey,
he
hey, fam. I just want you. We a lot of people know that Canelo hasn't, and I'm going for Bud off the rip, but a lot of people know that Canelo hasn't like knocked anybody out whoop de whoop since whoop de whoop. And bro, his last 5 fights he has dropped guys, bro. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I mean, okay,
but
so check
and
this
look,
out. Charlo
that's what I was
is
just
Charlo.
gonna say.
Wouldn't you say Charlo ran the 154 division?
Look, I was just
Yeah, oh
gonna
yeah,
say, look,
no
and,
doubt.
and regardless if Charlo ran on Canelo or not, Canelo still failed to stop him, and that's because of his technical flaws in Canelo game. But Crawford is just too skilled. This not a normal fighter coming up. You know what I'm saying? He a
That's
very special, stylistic matchup, not
Great point.
nightmare matchup for Canelo.
the
Let me
only
ask
thing.
y'all. Let me ask y'all. With Canelo hurt Charlo that fight, do y'all think when he nailed this shit? That was it. Like he just wanted to give up, or was he really hurt?
He needed a break because he probably felt like he was gonna get hurt.
That
But
motherfucker knew.
And
That
I'm gonna be
motherfucker knew
honest
what
with
was
you, y'all.
coming. He
I
knew
think
what was
that extra
coming.
weight, the
He was
extra weight
dodging that
hurt Charlo
knockout.
too.
But
I
that was
hate.
like in the 7th round. He had plenty of time to still finish Charlo if he had enough skills to cut the ring off and stop him, but he
So y'all
didn't do
don't
it.
think he really hurt then? Y'all don't think he was really hurt?
I
He
think he
wanted.
was hurt,
Was
not to the point of giving up. You know, he
Yeah,
just needed a break
yeah.
before he get really hurt.
I think.
Because
I
if you
think
if you
he.
notice if you notice Charlo don't like pressure either, man. He gasses out under pressure.
And he soon
Look
as
at the
the fight was
Casano,
over,
the
he
first
said,
Casano fight.
at least I ain't get knocked out. That's what his main focus was, not getting
That's
knocked
what
out.
I'm.
And it
But
Yeah,
aired.
That's what I mean by Charlo's weak minded.
Yeah,
To him, the win was all right. If I leave here on my feet, that's good, and I'm getting paid. That's good.
exactly.
That's not how
CQ,
Bud
my guy. What's happening?
coming to survive, and Bud don't care about no bread. And the only
Right.
reason the conversation is because of the weight. If they was naturally the same weight, we wouldn't have this conversation
Oh hell no, Crawford would
Right.
at all.
destroy him.
Exactly.
at all, bro.
Right.
Crawford would have destroyed him if they was the same
Everybody,
weight.
Yeah.
so if Charlo go up in weight, he's a completely different body. We're
Yeah.
not gonna into the night that Bud get in the ring. If we see
Yeah.
that he's
Yeah.
slower or his reflexes are way off, we know it's about to be a bad night. If Bud is even, he don't even have to be way faster. If he's just able to beat him to the punch or beat
Yep.
him to avoid the punch, it's it. He's
That's
and
why
His
I
no,
said. That's
I'm
what I
gonna
was
say,
saying.
I'm
That's
gonna
what I
say,
was saying, bro, about the timing.
his
Bro,
Canelo got
his
5 rounds.
mentality
y'all,
is the
we all
opposite.
know, we all know Bud watches film, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So y'all already got to know, man. He already got this man beating his mind, and I'm not to keep bringing it up, but the same way they've had Spence figured out.
Bomac team,
Yeah,
they got it. They got it. They know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're right
And when you
about
got a
that.
fighter that knows how to deliver, that can, you know what I'm saying, then that makes it much easier. You see,
Right. When
I think that Bud is
you
going.
got three top coaches in the corner working together,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then they got the fighter that follow
I,
directions to a T.
right.
It's
Right.
a bad combination for anybody to go
Yeah.
against, bro.
And also, I think Bud is gonna pull out some more stuff that we ain't seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Him do because he's never had to change gears. Really, we ain't seen Bud
And
go out of first gear. You know
Yeah.
what I
exactly.
mean?
And him
Yeah.
fighting Canelo is to challenge himself because he thought it was gonna be Spence, but Spence didn't pose no threat to him. So now he gonna
Yeah.
really get in his bag against Canelo. We
Yeah.
gonna see
Yeah.
a better
And,
Crawford than we
and
ever seen.
yeah. And another thing, we haven't seen Canelo cut. We haven't seen Canelo hurt. You
Bleed.
see what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yeah.
And see, that's gonna be panic
No,
when if
on the body.
Canelo. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Drake.
Why? So what makes you think a man coming up from 2 weights gonna be the one to do it, man? I mean, down from 2 weights gonna be the one
Cause
to do it.
This is
Bud. He got that
man.
Michael Jordan mentality, bro. The
Got that.
fact that people say he can't do it is what's fueling him to get it done and prove everybody wrong. That's why I feel like he's gonna
There's
stop
been
Canelo.
instances like this in boxing before, like not this same exact situation from like 140, 154, and then jumping to 168. But we just seen Usyk do it. You
Sugar Ray knocked out the dude at light
What
heavyweight.
know,
it's the good
Durant
and the it's
135 to 147 and beat Leonard.
Yeah.
It,
it's
Yeah.
the
it,
good and it's the good and the bad though, y'all. With it, it's the pros and the cons because we got the great Sugar Ray Robinson, but when he moved up, he wasn't shit.
Canelo moved up and
He
stopped
lost
Kovalev.
19.
He moved up 2 weight classes and stopped Kovalev. Sugar Ray
Yeah,
moved up 2 weight classes and I forgot the dude name, LeBons or whatever, but he stopped that dude at light heavyweight, Sugar Ray Leonard. So it's been done before, but only special fighters can
Only
has
do that.
special fighters can
yeah,
make it happen.
And
and
yeah,
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 Bud
yeah,
is one of them, bro. I
yeah.
feel like
also the
And now listen, y'all though. Well, I got to give Canelo credit too because he got a mule neck. He only been hurt what 30
one
years ago,
one
probably.
time, yeah.
And he punched like a donkey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
So his
But again,
timing is impeccable. That upper body movement, that twitchiness Canelo got that's you know what I'm saying. And Bud, I think Bud got a little problem with that twitchiness, and I seen it with Matrimov. You know what I'm saying?
Hold
He
on,
got a
but
problem with
Drake,
the
but Drake, hey
yeah,
Drake, but devil's advocate on that. Canelo is top heavy, bro.
yeah,
He's
he is
top heavy.
very.
Let's
And
be
He
when
got
let's be
he
Canelo
got
honest.
cement feet. That's why.
and he
see,
and
I
when
don't
had
move like
Bud
Canelo
Day
Magic.
as a
He
student,
don't move
man,
like
And
Magic.
Bud has the
and I
footwork.
listened to that.
Better, but he
And
don't.
Bud has the footwork.
and look, when
Better
Canelo
foot,
was
better
slipping
footwork,
punches,
longer arms, better footwork,
yeah.
longer arms. You
when
know,
when when
Canelo's top
Canelo's
heavy. He gonna be chasing.
And when
I
Canelo's
know, I
slipping
know.
punches
So,
and moving his
I,
head, he not in position to even do any offense. No matter what he do, he always out of position when he moving around like that in the ring. So that's gonna be like
Spin him, just like Bavard did. All you gotta do is hit him and spin him, make him
so,
pay for them mistakes.
right. He
so
cross
I've
Every
been
step all
going
the
mistake
back and
time.
watching.
Canelo, every mistake Canelo make, he's gonna pay for it.
Yeah,
Every last
that's what
one.
I feel. And he cross step all the time and get out of
Yeah,
position. So
and
that
and
Long as Bud,
TC is going for the knockout. Don't let him fool you. Don't let
yeah.
him fool you.
All right,
He
what
going for a
fight,
knockout.
Drico?
Yeah.
What fight do I need to go watch Cause I've been watching Canelo, but it's been highlights. I know the nigga got a job. I posted about that. He got a fucking.
Go
I don't
watch
know, bro.
Laura, watch
It's
Bivol.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
no way, bro. That dude got to be on something to be taking up punches and not getting dropped like
Yeah,
that,
I
bro.
think so too. The clambuterol limit, I think, but who
Listen,
knows?
the body
So
shot, bro.
so
If you look
what
at
what what
Canelo,
fight do I need to go to look at what you talking about? Talking about he don't like to get hit to the body. What fight would you point me to?
all
Nobody
of them.
his
You
body
can
really.
go to Bivol. Bivol, when Bivol hit him to the body, Canelo damn near had his knees up to block that body punch, bro.
Yeah, Beaver.
Triple G, Triple G,
Triple
Triple
G,
G.
Okay.
yeah. See, it's everybody got an Achilles heel now. Don't get it wrong, Canelo and Bud is
What's
timing.
Buzz? What's Buzz though?
Bud is this. If you disrupt this with Bud, you got
It's
it.
rhythm.
But
I'll
if
be
you let
honest
him
with
get
y'all.
away with that,
The only thing I see with Bud, the only flaw that I see with him, sometimes every once in a while he'll get caught with that overhand right.
Yeah,
Yep.
Right, yeah.
yeah.
You follow what I'm
that's the
saying?
timing. That's
But
the timing I'm talking about.
I
Because
just
he
feel like
drops it.
Canelo too slow, man.
Yeah, Canelo
But
too
I ain't
Yeah, that's
seen
what
sometimes
I'm
too
saying.
Bud
You gotta
short.
work.
be able to
I
catch him.
ain't seen Bud work at this weight. I just
that's
damn, bro.
you just got to see the night what he looks like with the weight. That's gonna tell us everything. Like if he,
Yeah, that's what a lot of the people
well,
You gonna know the
And
week
that's why
of.
I said the first
Y'all
three
seen him with the
most
weight. He
important
moved up
to
from
see what Bud
130 to
look like.
47.
a lot of people
well,
who got Canelo winning, they say uh they don't know how Bud gonna be able to take the punches. They don't know if Bud gonna be able to hurt Canelo. They don't know how the weight gonna slow him down. It's like things you gotta see, but you gotta look at it like, what if those things are in his favor? What if he able to take the punches? What if he able to hurt Canelo? That's how I look at it, and I
Man,
feel
bro.
like
Hey,
Bud is gonna be able to.
bro. Skull got in there. Look how big Skull is. Bigger Skull is than that man, bro. And Skull ran that whole fucking fight, bro.
No,
It
no,
gotta
no.
be something, bro. It gotta be
But
something,
you
fam.
hold on. You know what? You know what I picked up from the skull fight?
Hmm?
Canelo can't cut the ring off, and lateral
Yup.
movement
He
bothers
can't cut
him.
the ring off at all.
See, it wasn't a bad fight for me because I'm scouting. So that's what I seen. Canelo couldn't cut that ring off, and he couldn't catch Skull, and that's it. You
He
see what I'm
looked
saying?
real
That
slow. Real slow.
yes, he was real slow. He was looping. Canelo got a lot of bad habits. He loop his
Hey, bro,
punches. He
Canelo
low.
got damn near 70 fights, y'all. So, like,
Yeah,
come on now,
he
bro.
listen,
Let's be
man.
honest.
Canelo loop his punches.
Look who
He
Canelo trainer is, y'all. When
yeah.
has Eddie Reynoso's fighters been able to cut off the ring? Any of them? Name one.
Yeah, I was told this fight gonna look like Shakur versus
I
Valdez.
really hope so, brother. You read my mind. I really hope
I,
so.
I was
I
told
really
that.
hope so.
So he actually gonna get the stoppage early, but is because like you said, it's gonna be tough for him 3 to 5, and that body work and that reach gonna come into play. He gonna step to the left, step to the right, and it's gonna be good night for Canelo. Not saying
That's
that
what I'm saying.
And
he
even though we seen Canelo only been hurt once, he got rocked by Cotto, but
yeah, this is
we
what you
seen
gotta figure. He gonna
we
try to
seen a
come.
lot of people who never really been hurt, who
Hold
never
on.
really been stopped. Bud
Don't
stopped
get it fucked up.
even
He was hurt in Triple G fight still now. Don't
Listen,
get it
let,
fucked up.
let
He
me
yeah.
just
Look,
didn't
talk.
show.
Let
even
me
though
talk.
Bud going up, we never seen him at that weight. That
Let me
don't
talk
mean he can't
real
hurt
quick.
and stop Canelo, because he stopped a lot of people like Jose Benavidez who never been stopped or
Do this.
dropped to this day, only by Bud. Sean Porter only been
I ain't
stopped by
gonna do
Bud.
that.
Spence only been stopped by Bud. You know what I'm saying? So Bud is known to do that, bro. That's why I feel like he gonna show us something that we never seen before, and it's
Yeah,
gonna be shocking to everybody, bro.
I mean, I
man,
can't.
it's gonna be bad.
Hey, bro, he
But
been
I want
told us that years ago. Y'all forget on top rank on the top rank event. He was like, bro, I just ain't been in there with the right motherfucker. Y'all ain't seen shit yet.
Yeah.
Right,
Yep.
right.
I,
He ain't
I
been out of
don't
first
even
gear,
think
bro.
Canelo's the right person.
Yeah, he ain't been out of first gear. So I'm gonna be glad to see him shift gears and have to shift. I want Canelo to make him shift in the second gear. I want to.
Yeah.
I also want to see Canelo hurt. I want to see how
Me
Canelo
too.
react when he get
We
cut.
gonna see
Cause
it,
what?
Street.
Huh?
We gonna see it.
Right, right. I want to see it because
No,
it's
but
gonna
here's the
be
thing though,
panic.
too, y'all.
Yeah.
I think that I'm gonna be real with y'all. If Bud go up there and beat Canelo, we got to start asking some real questions about Canelo's resume if he goes in and whoops his ass.
Yes, yes. Let's
I
really talk.
wouldn't. I
And
wouldn't.
Really
look,
I
Hey,
talk.
don't
that's
care what.
fair, bro.
yeah,
That is
Nah,
fair. That's
I'm
No,
fair.
no,
I'm not.
That
no,
is fair.
no. I
Because
don't
fair.
no,
care what.
because look, no,
That-
look, y'all. The reason I'm asking that question is because outside of probably Laura when he was younger, Triple G. What prime fighter has Canelo
Austin
really
Trout. Let's
I
not
mean,
forget about Austin Trout.
look, I
Right,
understand your
and
point,
and
but
and, I,
look,
and Plain? I'll
Hey,
give I
hey,
give a
like
Plain. I'll give Caleb Plain.
don't
I'll
want
give him
to
that.
post all that's nothing, and he don't want
look,
to admit
at the same time, look, you got to
that
realize that
count ain't shit.
Canelo,
I'm
he
gonna use Austin.
lost,
He
he
ain't using.
lost to the 2 pound for pound fighters that he fought, which is which is Floyd and Bivol. Because Triple G, I'm not gonna consider him pound for pound according to the people he fought, like what we were saying about him
He ain't
earlier.
never been
So
on my pound for pound list.
okay, so by Bud being the
Shit.
third pound for pound fighter he lost to, he gonna lose to, that's gonna be legit. His resume okay, but you can't nitpick his resume, but it is what it is. But by
That's
him losing to Bud, I'm not gonna question his resume based on that.
No, I can't question his resume because if that's the case, when Hagler lost to Leonard, then we would have to question Hagler's resume. But
Right,
Hagler's resume.
right, exactly.
Exactly, bro.
Facts.
yeah,
Yeah, we can do that.
How
But
could you?
for the
Hey, look.
record, y'all.
How
For
could
the
you, though?
record, I
Drake?
thought.
Hey,
For
how
the
could you,
record,
though, Drake?
I thought.
Hey,
For the record, I thought Hagler won that fight.
Hagler
But
beat
hey,
two
it is what it
motherfuckers,
is.
Drake. He beat Tommy Hearns. Shout out to Tommy Hearns, Detroit in the house, and he
Yes,
beat
sir.
Duran, bro. So like, you
Oh,
still got to give Hagler his credit.
whoa! Don't forget. He beat John Bugabi literally the fight before Leonard.
Yeah, hell yeah,
And
hell
John
yeah.
and I ain't gonna hold you. John Bugabi was one of those motherfuckers. Like I see why people was ducking him back in the day.
Oh yeah, you taking fights off. That's off
Hey,
your
A
and
Glenn Coffee
shit.
Johnson on steroids. A Glenn Coffee Johnson on steroids, bro.
And look, not to switch gears real quick though, but I wanted to tell y'all something that I realized with the Boots and Brian Norman situation is when going back to the one, even though I feel like he ducked right now by moving up all of a sudden before the fight, but when the 1.7 was offered, they was Brian Norman and his team they said we'll take 1.7 for a neutral venue. You know what I'm saying? But if we fight in Philly, then they want 2 million, right? That's what Brian Norman team was saying. So, but Boots man was saying, oh, it got to be in Philly. So they take the 1.7 and fight in Philly. So tell me, why did they fight Stanionis outside of Philly? If you can fight Stanionis outside of Philly, why didn't
Atlantic
you
City,
fight?
so not, but yo, bro, I live in Philly. Atlantic City is literally like
But
45 minutes
but
away.
but look, but it's not in Philly. So look,
It's
if you
I
across
can
the
got a quick.
street.
look, if
I
you
got an
can
answer for you.
if you can
I
fight
got
if
an
you
answer
can
for
fight
you.
if you can fight
I got two.
Stanionis outside of Philly, why couldn't you fight Brian Norman outside of Philly for the 1.7?
that's a they look at Stanionis as an easier time. They didn't care.
yeah.
Right?
So so
And they
they
might look at him like he's the A side. Stadios is the A side.
I'm saying, so he basically ducked that smoke then, because if you was willing to go outside of Philly for Stanionis, why didn't you go outside of Philly for Norman when they was willing to
and
fight you
didn't
at
they offer
1.7?
Stanionis 2 million?
Yeah.
Okay,
And
okay.
but
Well,
I'm just saying,
I mean,
if they wanted them
so
to take the 1.7, all they had to do was make the fight outside of Philly, which they ultimately did for Stanionis. So why couldn't they just do that for
Bro,
Norman?
y'all know what it is. That's fast talking Eddie at his best, bro. Come on,
Yes,
let's
sir.
just call it what it is.
hey,
Yeah,
Eddie
they,
had
Yo,
they didn't want that fight.
y'all, if anything, that would be more on Eddie than Boots and them team.
hey, but
Because
But
that's old
Eddie
Well,
has
news.
a
well,
long history of
hey,
playing
it
games
don't
with
matter
people.
though. It still look like a duck though at the same
yeah,
time.
he
No,
a
but
grown
this what I
man, bro.
let me
He
finish
a
though,
grown
Goon.
man.
That's old news. The nigga ducking new people it look like right now. So what's your boy? What's your boy name?
Ortiz.
Garcia, I think it is. Robert Garcia said uh
Tune
they
up.
hit Boots up about the fight and
Yeah,
Boots and
and
them
Ortiz.
said they
You
want
about
two fights
Ortiz?
before they even fight him. But he gets
and
off
look,
the ring and
Now
say something else.
that wasn't true though.
and
That
hold
wasn't
on,
true.
hold
I
on,
talked to
hold on.
somebody. That wasn't true.
Look, let me
Okay.
tell. Hold on, let me tell you.
Virgil's injured right now.
Look, let me show you though how it is true, because Eddie said that they wanted to make the fight next, and they said they was injured. Granted, he is injured right now, but the fact that they saying they tried to make it next, but Bozy Ennis got an interview. It's on IFL where he's saying they don't want Ortiz first. They want to get you. They want to get their feet wet in a division and then fight Ortiz later down the line. That's coming from Bozy
I'm not
Ennis.
mad
Y'all,
about
So
y'all,
that.
so
y'all know
look, so
what?
look,
Y'all
so
know
look.
who I want to see?
That goes against as what Eddie's saying, that he wanted it to be the first fight at 154. That's not
Yeah,
true, because
yeah.
Bozy said later down the line.
Yeah,
Nah, he do. Eddie do want it. Eddie want it.
hey, y'all know who I want to see at 54? And I'm be honest with y'all. And y'all gonna be like, yeah, I want to see Charlo versus Boots at 54.
I want to
It's
see that
gonna
too.
happen.
That's a good fight.
That's
I
a
Thank
want
great fight.
I want to see him fight Mortaz Aliyev
If
since
he's
he
But
if
it
said
he's
but
ducking
it'll never happen.
if he's ducking Victor Ortiz, he's definitely gonna duck Charlo.
Virgil.
Yeah,
But look,
yeah.
if he said he
I
want,
mean,
Eddie
Virgil,
said
my bad.
a couple weeks ago, Eddie said, "Oh, we want the Crawford fight, but he's moving up this and that and the other," which means you willing to fight a champion for your first fight. So why not fight Mortaz Aliyev for his belt since he available? You know what I'm saying? They don't
Cause,
want that smoke though. His fans
Cause
making every excuse.
niggas not like that man. That man different.
Yeah, they making every excuse not to fight him. Oh, he fighting Lubin. He fighting Josh Kelly. None of those fights is signed or official.
Boots just wanna fight cute, bro. That's all. He just
Yeah,
wanna fight cute, bro.
you.
And
I like
that's
it.
not a cute fight for him.
he want light touches so his fans can give him credit for stuff he didn't do. Oh, he gonna wipe out the whole 154. He gonna knock everybody out without him doing it though. You know what I'm saying? That's how they are.
Yeah. I mean, you
Yeah,
saw
I ain't gonna lie.
for
At
him to
154 is a
147
different
without
animal, yo.
147.
Yeah,
Right,
for sure it is.
right, for real.
For him to leave 147 without all them belts was real bad, man. I don't know how that happens.
When the fight was right there in reach, when
All
you
them
said
fights, all them
you
fights,
want to,
he could have had them fights done before the end of this year.
he agreed to fight Norman next
Here-
in,
Yo, what y'all
in
think? What y'all
September.
think about what y'all think about potentially? Because I don't think it's gonna happen next, but later on down the line, Brian Norman versus Devin.
Nah, that ain't never happening.
That I mean, that's look. If the Devin that fought Regis show up, that's a great fight. But if he not fighting like that, if he's fighting reluctant like he was against Ramirez, then I got Brian Norman. Otherwise, if it's the normal Devin, it's a 50-50 fight in my opinion.
I
No,
don't
the
It
know.
is.
reason I'm saying, look, the reason I
I
think it's
don't know,
interesting
man.
though, even though, and I know Norman will probably be the favorite going into the fight, and he should be, but the reason I'm asking is because we have to keep it honest too, though, y'all. Same way we bagged on Triple G's resume, because you know I did. I think that shit trash, but Devin would be a major step up as far as experience for Brian. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
That's
'Cause
because Devin's been in big fights, a lot of them recently, a whole lot of them.
yeah,
Brian is gonna put
I
that
mean,
quick.
they would put Brian Norman. They probably would put him. I don't know if what he needs to be, but it definitely would put him like that's definitely like
because
If
yeah.
that fight go on, I got Brian Norman knocking Haney out cold
he
in the
got
fifth
the
round.
victories in the lower weight classes. So by him being at 147
I
for
don't
the
think that's
first time,
50-50 at all. I see Devin
No,
losing in so many ways that fight.
Yeah,
Devin gets knocked
The
out.
Regis Devin though, the
that
Regis Devin.
hurt.
Yeah, that Devin too. Brian
That
Norman's not Regis,
is
man.
going to get hurt.
Yeah,
Any
it's a good fight though. I mean, I kind of think
He
Norman.
not even gonna be. I don't think Devin's gonna take those punches that the way he was punching at Regis like that. Just I don't think
right.
he's gonna do that
Right,
with Brian Norman.
right.
Yeah,
You can't.
And matter of fact, I have the
Listen,
right to. I'm gonna
yeah,
judge him by that last fight.
yeah. That because that's the only way you can judge him is by his last performance. Hey,
So
listen,
judging by that last fight, like he going to sleep early, man.
Devin is a shot fighter, y'all. Don't be
Now
surprised if he
Brian
retires.
Norman know how to cut that motherfucking ring off.
Yes, sir.
He's
Yes,
a
sir.
stalker. He's a stalker.
Yes.
I gotta
He
see Devin
have
again before I say he shot, man, because that could
to
have been.
Oh yeah, I'm not going that far neither,
Bro,
y'all. I'm not
bro,
going
He
that far
shot,
like
neither
bro.
I'm not gonna say he threw. I'm still waiting to see though.
Oh, I
because
ain't
we
But
got
saying
to
Yeah,
this is the
he
see
thing
we
threw.
got to
though.
see what he looked like his next fight
yeah,
I
that's
ain't
what
saying
I'm
because
He
saying.
because
definitely.
you got to remember, y'all.
I ain't saying he threw.
He had the longest layoff of his career. I mean, last time before that last fight with Ramirez, he
Yeah,
never
I
Yeah,
been
ain't
off that long
saying
because we all know Devin has normally been an active
active.
fighter.
Yeah,
He's been extremely active, but we all know what happened with the Ryan Garcia bullshit. You cheating ass motherfucker. But
hmm
he threw. Yeah,
at the
no.
end of the day, he got
So
to. I want to see Devin back active. You know what I'm saying?
But
Get a
who do you
fight
want to
in.
see him fight though?
yeah, that's
I
Hey,
don't,
hey,
I
you
don't
like
really,
Devin? Don't lie, huh, bro?
Hell yeah,
I
All
really
right,
I
don't
so
see
tell
respect
me
him.
him.
who would you as a Devin fan? I want y'all to watch this. Who would you like to see him fight?
What next?
Yes.
Fuck it. Give me Richardson Hitchison. Fuck it.
Richard Hitchison don't want to go to 147 though, even though he said he'll beat Devin at
He
any
Now,
barely,
at any
but
time.
hey,
here's the thing.
Drico, I want you
But
to see
I know
something.
that's true.
That's
He
Look,
a
did.
Devin
But here's the
fan.
thing.
That's a true Devin fan right
look,
there.
I want to
Here's the
see.
thing. Here's the thing, though.
Wake Bully.
Richardson Hitchens is barely even making 140. It took him 3 different times to make 140
So
before that
why you
fight
naming him?
Look, I want to see Devin
because of the
fight.
beef. That's why I'm naming him.
Bro,
I
but
want to
in realistically, it's a weight bully type situation. So
I
How's
want
who
it
to
a
else
see
weight?
would you like
How,
Devin.
him to see fight?
Listen, realistically, he know that Hitchison ain't hitting like that.
Hey, I feel like what he
You
all
know,
right,
you
so
know, you know, Rich ain't hitting
fight at a
like that.
catch weight then and then Richardson
that's
Washington. That's
fine.
what I think.
Look,
That's cool.
I want to see Devin Haney.
144, 145. That's fine.
I
But
Yeah.
want to see Devin
Here's the
Haney
thing.
fight Blair Cobb.
The reason I'm saying Hitchison is because I don't think Barrios or Pacquiao will fight him.
I want to see Devin fight Blair Cobbs next at
That'd be
147.
fine too.
Okay.
I hope Barrios or
Who?
Pacquiao don't fight him. I
Blair
hope
Blair
they
Wait a
don't.
minute.
Cobbs.
Oh,
Blair Cobbs
Bear
got
Cobb's
power.
gonna kill him. Bear Cobb's gonna kill him.
Hey,
Nah, I don't know about that because
hey,
I don't even
that's
think Blair Cobb's that fucking good.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Hold
look,
on,
Blair Cobb's
hold on.
got
All
Oh,
right,
power.
so
He a
now I
oh,
would
wild
say to
card.
you, brother, right
oh.
there, he might have a chance to get his regions on right there. With Blair, he might have a chance.
It's a
No,
good.
Might.
Because
That's
no.
I ain't that high on Blair
Don't
Cobbs. I
look.
never
That's the
have been.
best. But look, that's the best fight for Devin because Blair Cobb's got power. He a wild card, so anything can happen,
That's
and
Yeah,
it's a
that's a
listen,
good
y'all.
test.
that's
Listen,
a 50.
because of Cobb's power, you're gonna get the same Devin that you got the last time, bro. He's shot fighter, bro. I know a
No,
shot fighter.
He got.
This is a
nah,
shot
He
fighter.
got to show me. He got to
We
show me.
exchange.
all he just showed you, bro.
He'll
Nah,
exchange. He'll
I feel
exchange.
like look, I feel like he came back off a year layoff. He got hurt again in a Ryan fight, so he was reluctant, and also he wanted to make sure he get the Ryan fight next without
So that's the
taking them
reason why you
chances.
run your next fight, because you like, come on, man.
I
Was he
mean,
rusty?
he
What
wanted
were
to
you
make
saying?
sure
I
he wanted to secure the Ryan fight, in my opinion. But if he do that again, then
Yeah,
he's shot. But
then you got
I don't think so.
if he fights like that again, then you ask that question.
okay.
Exactly.
But
Here we go. Here we go with this Adrian Broner shit y'all talking about.
Yeah,
If he do it
exactly.
again,
Exactly.
Listen,
Hey,
bro,
Black Cobb is a great fight for him, man.
that's
That's a
what
Brett
I
great.
Cobb,
said.
Selective
listen,
politicking. It's selective
it's
politicking.
over for
That's
Yeah,
the
Devin Haney.
that's the
oh,
best. That's the
man.
best option is Blair Cobbs for him, not
No.
Norman.
His best option is Richard Hitchison. That's his best option because Richie ain't gonna hurt him because he's not punching like that. So
Yeah,
that's the best option for him. Blair Cobbs is gonna put him. What y'all know? Blair Cobbs is punching
he
like
don't
that.
think so though. He
Yeah,
gonna
he
take the
punching. That's why I
outbox
want
man.
to see it. I'd rather him fight Blair Cobbs than Brian Norman next, though.
I got Blair Cobbs. I'm putting a house on Blair Cobbs.
Yeah,
man, I'm
I,
taking Devin. I'm sorry. I never have been impressed with fucking Blair Cobbs.
You ain't
I'm
gotta
not.
be.
I
Yeah,
ain't. Yeah.
Hey,
You
Blair
ain't
Cobbs.
gotta be.
This is the same dude that got his fucking cranium cracked by Alexis Rocha. I'll pass.
Listen, Blair Cobb's the second person in history to drop Adrian Broner, bro. He the second person in history.
Don't tell
So
him nothing.
he
Don't tell
definitely
because
punching.
don't
He
tell him
definitely,
nothing because I'm gonna fuck his Christmas up when we bet. So don't tell him nothing.
yeah, he definitely punching out
Tell
there,
him
bro.
shit. Yeah,
And
that
and
same
Boots,
Blair Cosby fighting Haney, the same person who had the lowest punch output in boxing history.
No,
Second
no,
lowest.
that's cap. That's cap. That's
It
Skull,
cap.
is.
Skull and
Who?
Canelo.
Go and Canelo
I
did.
said second lowest.
And
Ah,
no,
yeah.
Second
third.
lowest.
Because third actually, because
Okay, third.
Ryan and Rowley was second.
Third. Okay, we'll go third. Third in boxing history?
And then what about I think Shakur and them too got to the
Oh
right.
no, yeah, Shakur and De Los Santos.
Yeah, they got less than they got single digit punches
Yeah,
in
that
every
shit was
single
crazy. I ain't
But
round.
gonna hold you.
listen.
That shit was crazy. I ain't gonna cap. And I'm a Shakur fan, but that was wild.
Listen.
Yeah.
But Shakur is a different fighter. Devin is shot, bro. Devin was shot when Loma hit him and started connecting in that fifth, sixth round. Devin went back in that shell because he had that Linares effect again. You see
No,
what I'm
look,
saying?
he wasn't shot
And that's
after that.
why Loma was
Oh my
closing the
god,
gap.
man. Drake
Loma
just
was
don't like Devin because he be
Yeah,
pressing
it sound like you
Teofimo.
hate
no.
now, Drake. I
I
ain't gonna
like
lie.
that. No,
He
is
be
that the
pressing
truth?
Teofimo. That's why Drake don't fuck with him.
What? No. Because I got Devin over Tank. So I don't think. But when when Linares hurt him, that effect happened with Loma. When Loma hit him, started touching him, you see Devin kind of slowed down, and Loma was able to close that gap.
Drake.
Yeah.
Who's the one who ended up in the hospital though? It wasn't Devin.
Right,
I heard
Devin
that
That
was
was
a
a
wanted to
rumor.
rumor
fight,
though.
and even
Loma
when
was in the
Devin
hospital.
I
His
heard
fucking
that was a
ribs.
rumor
His
though.
ribs was
look,
cooked.
Devin got dropped 3 times against Ryan on Osterine and still got up every time. So his
Yeah,
chin, you can't question his chin and heart, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I ain't
yeah. He was
question
on
that.
like that,
You
and
can't question
Ryan
who
was.
you can't question who chin.
Devin.
All
Devin.
right, Drico. First of all, bro, nah. I just want to say, Devin beating Tank is wild.
Yeah. What was you saying?
That's
No,
wild.
no,
We ain't gonna
no,
skip
no, no.
past
Not
that one.
listen. Not now. I'm talking about then because Devin knows how to box. He know how to judge distance. He knows all of that. And I
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
Tank's arm is too short to box with him, bro.
yeah,
Like real talk.
And
Like
yeah.
Devin
Tank,
is a world class boxer, bro.
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
and Tank
Hey,
said
does Tank know how to cut the
Oh
ring
shit!
off?
Oh
Does Tank
shit!
know how to
Yo,
cut the
hold
ring
on,
off?
y'all. Hold on, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm about to screen record this because Drake giving Devin any type of credit. I got to screen record this. Go
I
ahead, give me
always
that.
get Devin props though.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I like the Dream because the Dream took care of business. He knocked out Regis, beat Loma, and
Yeah,
then he
yeah,
he went over there across the seas and took it from that boy. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Man,
Yeah,
that's
that
crazy,
twice,
Drake.
done tough.
but look, Tank
twice,
Tank said that he can only
bro. My
win
shit
against
be
Devin.
outrageous,
You don't like
but
Tank. That's what I got out of that. You don't like Tank.
what?
Nah, nah.
You don't like Tank.
Tank is
Because
the man.
I picked him to be. You think
Now
I'm
you be
like
saying
Tank?
some logic. You be saying a lot of logical shit. I just don't feel like that's logical.
Yeah,
Look, Tank said it himself. He
Devin
Devin
is
said
out.
beat
So
Tank
you
at
don't think that Devin
135.
can outpoint Tank?
he
That's
said in
not
Saudi
logical.
Arabia he'll have to beat. He can't beat Devin on the cards. He can only beat him by knockout, which means he's doubting himself by even saying that. So you can't beat him on the cards. You know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying?
I think he's saying that nigga gonna run the whole fight.
No, that was before anybody accused Devin of
No,
running.
no,
He
no, no,
only
no.
did that in
Devin
one
going
fight.
out. Devin a box Tank's ears off, bro.
Yeah, he
Nah,
would
but
have.
here,
Man.
He
no,
might.
but yo, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I understand where Drake is like the way he's thinking because of the way Roach did it, and we all know Devin's better than Roach,
Yeah.
so that's why
So
he's probably feeling that way.
and look, after the Roach fight, it made me realize that Shakur can potentially beat Tank too. Even though I'm not sure, but at first I didn't give him a chance to beat Tank. But after seeing that, Shakur definitely got a chance to beat him.
My thing with Shakur,
I've always
my,
given Shakur. That's who I give. That's who I
my
think it
thing
is.
with Shakur against Tank, I just want him to be willing to fight fire with fire at times.
You
You know
Yeah.
what
can't.
I'm saying?
He gonna have
Like
to. He gonna
He
get
gonna
hit.
have to
No,
engage
because
no,
sometimes.
no.
Beat
he can't do
Shakur.
what he did against De Los Santos. You feel what I'm saying?
He ain't gonna
Yeah.
stop him.
That's what I'm saying. But y'all
Or
think Devin would be willing to
Jeremiah
fight 5 for
Nakatila.
5 with Tank? Devin
Well,
would.
listen, y'all. We can't judge that De Los Santos thing because he had a broke knuckle in his right hand and a dislocated left
Nah,
shoulder.
but he did the same thing against Jeremiah Nakatila too, though.
I
Nah,
ain't gonna
not
lie. He
like
sure ain't
that.
gonna get that motherfucker back though.
I
Listen,
mean, I'm not gonna fight fire with Tank, bro.
yeah, he
Nah,
gonna lose.
that ain't smart.
Y'all can't change a player game in the ninth inning. He just
Yeah,
gotta be Shakur and Tank gotta be Tank, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a good fight. It's a good fight.
It's a
I want
great
to see.
fight. Shit, it's
Yeah,
one of the best fights in the fucking sport.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
for
I
now
sure.
got
I
I
don't
got
I don't got
Shakur
Devin.
doing what Drake think Tank do. I mean what Drake think Devin gonna do. That's
Yeah.
that's
Well,
all I got.
not no more though. Not no more because Devin is shot now. Devin is shot fight.
yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
he can make
Are you
weight
saying
fight.
The Devin that beat Loma, the Devin that beat Regis? You think that Devin beats Tank?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he
I
don't. He
want
don't.
I want
I still think he don't fight that same way.
I
I
want to see
do.
who Devin gonna fight next though. Really, I really want to see that.
No, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm
Ah,
interested to see
we
what he
put
fight
that up.
next.
Yeah,
Let's
He
get
better
that.
fight a taxi driver.
Nah,
Pacquiao.
nah,
He need a confidence
nah,
builder,
man.
y'all.
Yeah,
He
I know.
done.
Come on, Drake. You know
Done,
Devin
bro.
don't move like that, man. Come on, bro.
Bro, he listen, Devin was not himself. Does Devin engage or not?
he does.
Okay,
Yes.
A
did
lot
he
of people
engage
have
his last
No,
fight? Did
a
he
lot of
engage
people
his
have Ramirez beating Devin.
yeah,
Really,
but
A
before
lot
the
of
fight.
people thought that.
did
Yep.
he engage his last fight with
no.
And
Ramirez?
then he what
Not really.
wasn't it a shutout? Damn near shutout.
Yeah, he shut him out 12-0.
Man, that nigga looked at like Charlo when Charlo fought Canelo, man.
Yeah,
Nah, he did
yeah.
better than Charlo though, but he didn't really engage like that. He didn't fight like he
He shot,
usually do.
bro. He shot, bro.
Yeah,
He shot.
he did a
Hey,
little
look
better.
at it this way. If that's the shot version,
He
and
engaged
he
more
can
than
still
Charlo
shut
did.
motherfuckers out, I'll take it.
Right.
No,
Shit, he
no, you
still got
talking about
12-0.
Ramirez though. And when he gets in there with the elites like a Tank, when he gets in there with a Shakur, they gonna bring it to him. What's his
Hey,
name?
but look,
Norman.
We
They're gonna
saying
bring
that,
it
but
to
why
him.
did T.O. duck the smoke? Why Hitchens
T.O.
avoiding
duck.
them? They all
T.O.
ducking
duck.
that smoke.
T.O.
And
super
Hitchens.
ducked him.
T.O.
Yeah.
duck. I don't got nothing.
Hitchens too. Hitchens talking about 140, but he posted, I'll fight. I can beat Devin at any time, at any weight. Now you talking about him going to 140 when Devin said we could get it at 147. Then Hitchens
But
switched up, trying to bring him to 140, knowing
listen,
that ain't
man,
his weight class.
that
So
right there is a boring ass. That's a boring ass mirror
And
it,
match.
it
They
didn't
fight
happen
it
in
the
that
is.
same.
order though, bro.
It
They
is,
fight the
but
same.
Hitchens ducked that smoke too, though, is all I'm saying. Just like T.O.
No,
did.
he
It didn't
definitely
happen in that.
ducked.
It didn't happen in that order. Hitchens
He
said that, and
definitely
then Devin
ducked.
Devin replied about 147.
And that
So
because that's
so
where
and
he
then
fighting
and
at.
then
And
Hitchens reposted Bill Haney
look,
saying
Hitchens
that they
called
could
him
be
out in a
fighting Hitchens next. So that it might actually happen.
Hitchens called him out in the ring after he posted that. And then when Bill ran up on him, he started talking about 140 come down, this and
Yeah, he
that and the other.
definitely
Like,
changed his energy. You ain't lying about that.
yeah, that's duck talk,
His
man.
whole
Man,
energy changed.
Hitchens beats Devin, man. Hitchens
I
beats
got
Devin.
Hitchens.
He
I
don't
got
he
Hitchens.
don't but look, he don't think so though. That's what I'm saying. T.O. and Hitchens, they talking, but they must don't see what y'all see because they avoiding the fight. Devin, we know one thing about Devin is he will fight. So he trying to fight people and they don't want
No,
the
you
smoke.
don't know.
Hey, who
Devin
the A
know.
Ryan,
side? Who the A side right now with Devin and Hitchens?
Devin,
Devin.
Devin,
He's still the A
Devin.
side.
Yeah,
yes, he
yeah, he
brings
the
way
A
more.
side.
Yes, he brings way more to the table, and he's been on pay-per-view. Yes,
Devin
Even
got a
Ryan,
belt right now.
no, he
no,
don't got a belt, but he the
but
A
but
side
Hitchens wouldn't
still.
have a belt either at 147.
You say he
Yeah,
wouldn't?
and
Yeah, he
he
wouldn't
Oh
wouldn't.
yeah, at
Nah,
147. You
because
right.
because
look,
remember the IBF makes you drop that shit once you
You
move
right.
up.
You right. You
and
right.
Ryan don't want to smoke with Devin either. So it's like niggas is
Of course,
avoiding him.
Ryan don't want it because he ain't got his fucking juice anymore. He ain't got his
Exactly.
fucking Hulk juice.
Man, I think Ryan gonna come back looking how Devin was looking in this last fight right here.
He
So look,
already did
what
it
I'm
against
saying,
Broly.
if Devin is shot like
He
that,
already did it.
why these niggas don't want the smoke? That's all I'm saying. So he must not be shot to the fighters, you know?
Oh
I ain't saying
no.
he shot. I ain't saying he shot yet. I ain't, what shot mean? What y'all like? He done with? He over with?
Yeah, like he ain't he punched
Nah,
like he
I'm gonna
got
be honest with y'all,
PTSD.
and y'all and Goon even know that Wilder, my man, Wilder shot. I'm gonna keep it a stack.
Oh, he shot.
Oh, I
Yeah, that's my
think
man, and that's
What's
my man.
hey
But he
that's
what's the
shot. He
difference?
yeah,
shot. He shot.
What's the
that's one
difference in Wilder and Haney? What's the
Hey,
difference?
Wilder
hey,
been knocked out multiple times. Wilder been knocked out
ooh.
multiple times though. Devin never been stopped.
No, it got to be multiple times because he hung around. But what's the difference between Wilder and Haney?
That makes it
Answer me.
even worse. If you can compare him to him and
Look,
he got
cause
knocked out that many times.
Haney is a better boxer than Wilder. Wilder one of my
Of
favorite fighters
course,
of all
of
time.
course.
So don't get me wrong, but like when he get hit now, he look real shaky, and I don't like that for him, bro.
Well,
So it's
well,
like,
no, well, listen. No, you can't just say that because even though Wilder is shaky now with the defense, Wilder got a hell of an offense. So that canceled that shit. You see what I'm saying? Because you got to walk
yeah,
through the
It's like his
fire.
footwork and shit is horrible though.
Yeah, you
and
got to
what?
walk through the fire to get to Wilder. You ain't got to walk through the fire to get to Haney, bro.
Yeah, that's true. And one thing about Wilder though,
Or or you or you can have some glove shit like with Tyson Fury, but I'll keep it quiet on that.
Hmm.
look, you right about that, and they don't care about Fury cheating like they didn't care about Ryan cheating, as long as that dude
Bro,
lost.
listen, you
Bro,
gotta
Period.
cut
they
that
went
out.
out of their way. Yo, no, real shit. They went out of their way to protect Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, bro.
Yep.
Now see, now y'all asking us to unsee ass whoopings. No,
Look,
no,
but look, it
no.
is what it is. But look, all I want to say is about with one flaw I seen in Wilder, even with him now fighting against Joshua, I'm still I'm kind of unsure about it because Wilder, how he was fighting yesterday, he was like head hunting. He wasn't throwing body shots. He depended on the headshot to knock the nigga
Yeah,
out, but
true.
he should
And
really
the few
he
times he did hit homie with the body shot, it was working.
it hurt it, yeah. So he
That's
don't
why I'm
apply
like,
enough.
that's why I get frustrated with him sometimes because I'm like, yo, bro, go to the body.
Yeah, he
y'all
don't
If
Wilder
apply
fans,
Bro,
enough
y'all
body
Wilder
work.
fans don't want him to do
when
all this shit
has
that he can't do. He can't
He
do it.
he could do it. He
when
could do it, bro. He
when
just don't.
have
He
y'all
won't do it.
ever
He
when have
won't. I
y'all
mean,
ever
he will
seen
not do it.
when have y'all ever seen Wilder go to the body?
And
What
look,
y'all
he did it a few times, but that's what I'm saying. That's a flaw in his game. I realized
Man,
yesterday. He don't go to the body enough
bro, he
because
got
he'll
Wilder
really
do you
got
know
hurt
how
people.
open he would be if he go to the body
Yeah,
the way he
he'll
punch?
really hurt
Yeah, that's
people to
true.
the body, bro.
Cause
He'll
because
really
the
hurt
few
them.
times, cause like I said, the few times he had homie like what 3-4 times to the body yesterday, and it
Like
actually was hurting him.
2 or 3, I'll say. Yeah, it was working, but he just wouldn't do it. He kept going to the head.
He didn't do it.
It was annoying me, bro. Like, go to the body,
You
nigga.
know
Like
Like,
why,
Wilder,
bro?
Wilder,
Because
not Wilder needs some tune. He needs some tune-ups, man. He don't need to be fucking calling out no.
Wilder has been fighting the same for 20 years. Why is it
but
what
look, he been knocking people out like that. But what I'm saying is how he is now by not having the defense and the chin that he had. He needs to apply more body work, and he can get those knockouts
Yeah, he
still.
gotta be more patient too.
no,
Yeah,
no, no. See, Marky, listen to you. When you go to the body, what is exposed?
your head.
Okay then. And if he know he got a soft chin, he's gonna be reluctant to go to the body because he know his shit's soft, right?
But he could
So
he
that's
get there.
why you're not seeing him go to the body too often.
Now he have opportunities, but he just don't take it out that often for some reason because he just feel like he can knock him out with the 1-2 up top, but he need to
Yeah.
incorporate that body work into that, and he'll be better. But I really don't want him to fight no more, man. I really don't.
Yeah, I
So
think it's time for him to go. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, because I Wilder my guy, but I just don't want to see him fight no more.
He got enough money, so that's why I don't understand why he's still sticking around.
Yeah,
so y'all say like when Fury beat him the first time, right? Or the second well for the first time instead of the draw. When Fury done that, y'all didn't see y'all didn't think Wilder was shot after that first loss? You didn't see the demeanor change? You didn't see you know what I'm
no,
saying?
no, because he went
Y'all didn't
11
see that?
rounds the third fight, and he knocked Fury down like 2 or 3 times. So it was after the third fight
You
that it was over with for him.
Yeah,
But
no. I'm gonna be honest with you. Though. I'm gonna be honest with you, though, Drake. That trilogy, to be real with you, y'all, that trilogy ruined both of them
it did. And that second fight
because
would did the most damage
Fury
though.
looks shot. Fury looks shot now
Yeah. The
yeah,
second
but
fight
what I'm
did the
saying
most
is
damage to Wilder though.
but what I'm saying, yeah, that's what I'm saying to
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wilder.
it was the
Because
second
I'm
fight.
gonna tell you that first fight when he hit him and knocked Fury down and he was celebrating, and then somebody must have been like, turn around. They turned around, nigga. Fury just stood up like,
It should have been waved off though, a knockout. Like
That should have been a knockout because
yeah.
that was a 14 count, to be honest with you.
And when fighters get knocked out like that where they unconscious, it ain't no count usually. They wave it off. But Jack Reese wanted to give him a chance. He woke up on the count of 5. It shouldn't even been no second fight. So, that was a
okay,
bunch
well,
of
what
BS.
happened the second and the third fight then? Jack Reese too?
Let's
Y'all blaming Jack Reese for
He
that?
cheated in the second. He cheated in the first fight and still got knocked out. But he definitely cheated in the second fight, bro.
And
Because
what
he
happened the
said
third fight? He cheated in
he
that
he
too?
he beat him in that fight, but he still had them gloves with no
He had
padding.
those gloves in all 3 fights.
Yeah, he had the horsehair gloves in the third fight because they had it in
God,
the locker room. They
man,
showed it was like a half an inch of
supposed to have
padding.
gloves.
Hey, well, hold up. So it wasn't Wilder's suit. It wasn't no water. It
Nah,
wasn't
and
none.
listen, it could have been the water in the second fight. It definitely could have been the water too, because look, like I said, we could go. I don't want to get into this, but at the press conference, Fury brother was drinking water. He said, "Don't drink no more of that water. Only drink
Yeah, I
our
remember that. I
water."
remember that.
And look, Mark Breland said, "I didn't give him no water," but then we seen images and videos of him giving him water. So why did Mark Breland lie about that? So if questioning his water and he could have been drugged, why would Mark Breland say, "I didn't give him water"? That's a blatant lie. Why would you lie about that? You know what I'm saying? So we can't prove it, but it looks really suspect, and I kind of believe it because Wilder was zoned out.
And then we all saw what happened with
Yo,
Daniel
you guys gotta
Kinahan
stop.
and all types of other shit that was
Yeah,
going on.
they threatened the farmer. They threatened the farmer to not prove to say he didn't have wild boars on his farm. They threatened that man. So they
All of this,
corrupt, bro.
all of this, just because they wanted Fury to beat Wilder.
Wilder, yes, and
Yes, hell
and
yeah.
look, and
Do you,
Nicholas Asbury literally said when he was training for Wilder for the second fight, we didn't even realize this, but Nicholas Asbury said before the fight that he was training with missing padding from his gloves. He showed us the gloves with no padding, and then his trainer, I forgot the dude's name, he said we was doing it to get Fury confident. So he was already training for what he actually did in a fight. He was training without no padding in his gloves, bro. So how can we overlook all that stuff? I'm
Or
not
could
over.
it
And
been
then
just perfect, or could it been just perfect matchmaking up until Wilder met a
nah,
versatile
bro, I don't
Fury?
believe that, bro. It's not. I don't because look, the first fight, Fury didn't hurt Wilder at all. None of those punches. He can outbox or whatever, but he only landed. Even if you go to the card, Fury only landed 13 more punches than Wilder. and Wilder knocked him down twice. So how didn't Wilder win on the cards? He should have won on the cards and by knockout, technically. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. That's true.
And those are facts, bro. So it's just a we know, man. They wanted to take that from Wilder,
Do
and
do
that's
do
all it
y'all
is.
think Wilder is a skilled champion?
He's one of the greatest champions. He got 10 title defenses. You got to fight people in the top 10, top 15 to get a defense. So he did that. So he did what he did. He the
And
only
and,
fighter,
and, and on top of that, he's not the one who ran from the Anthony Joshua fight.
or the Usyk fight. He
Nope.
got all knockouts, bro. So how can you not say he's great? He's great at what he do. Whether you
And
talking
he
about he don't got
same
skills.
thing same
No,
thing we
I
just
didn't.
ripped.
I
And
didn't say he was great at what he does. I asked you, was he a great champion?
Yeah, he a
And that's
great
you.
champion. Yeah,
I thought
to
he was a
get
good champion. Yes, I thought he was a good
So you
champion.
think you think he was a skillful champion?
No, not
43
skills.
knockouts out of 45 fights is great, bro. He and the dude he
Do y'all
didn't get a
think he was a
knockout with.
skillful champion?
Yeah, he did what he did, bro. So he got to have skills to be
So
an
I take
Olympic.
that. No, you don't have to have skills to knock nobody out.
Yes,
Marciano
you
didn't have no
do.
skill.
Yes, you do. You can't
Rocky,
just knock.
so Rocky Marciano skillful?
Look, 43 knockouts. It
What was
takes
he
Yo,
skill,
powerful
Drake,
bro.
for?
Drake.
Was Marky?
Everybody says that, bro.
Yeah.
They be the same people that can't do what he did, though.
No, I'm asking. I mean, they said that he was skillful. It don't take skill to knock somebody out. Was Rocky
It,
Marciano skillful to y'all?
listen, it takes skills to get 43 knockouts, bro.
Hear where y'all coming from because Mike Tyson had a skill at what he was doing. You know what I
And
mean?
look, cause look,
Was Mike Tyson skillful?
I would
yeah, he was
I
skillful.
would say
Yeah, Mike
no.
was more skillful than Wilder, yes.
He went 13 rounds with Stavern the first time, right? Then the
Right.
second time he knocked him out in the first round. So that's showing you how much better he got
So
in
is
his
that skill or is that power, bro?
it's skill and power. You got to
Nah,
be
but yo,
skilled
and
to
here's
set it
another
up.
thing too. Yo, don't forget, y'all. He has beaten some skilled fighters, so don't get it twisted. Because he's the first one who beat Luis Ortiz.
He was the boogeyman, and then he came back and beat him a second time after the
Shit,
Fury fight.
shit.
After
Tyson,
the Fury fight,
So
shit.
so if
Do y'all remember Tyson Fury didn't want to fight Luis Ortiz
yeah,
so
Josh, none of
if
them.
I tell
and
if I tell
Joshua?
so y'all telling me that a man with no jab is skillful?
He got a jab, bro. He threw
Oh, okay.
18 straight jabs against Bermain Stavern in that second fight. That's why
Okay.
he knocked him out because he was jabbing him. That was the best jabs he threw in any of his fights. He was
Okay.
straight jabbing that man 18 times and then knocked him out, bro.
So
That
so
takes
so
skill.
Wilder got a very skilled jab, right?
His jab is decent. It's decent. It's powerful.
It's solid.
It's solid.
It's nothing. It's not like Jamal Charlo jab or nothing, but it's solid.
Right. It's solid though. And when the
So if I said
prime
that he was a
Wilder,
one-handed fighter, that would that be far-fetched statement? If I say he was a one-handed fighter?
yeah, because Wilder got a left hook, he got a jab, bro. And look, we talking about prime Wilder before Tyson Fury. Wilder was, he was a threat to everybody in the division. Usyk said Wilder the first one he want to fight in the division because he the weakest champion. But when he went to the division, he didn't fight Wilder first. You had other fights. You fought Joshua. Then when Wilder was fighting Hellenius, Usyk said, "I'm gonna go to the fight." This after the third Fury fight. He said, "I'm gonna go to the fight and call out Wilder after the fight." So he never showed up to the fight. Wilder knocked Hellenius out in one round, and Usyk didn't say nothing for 3 months to Wilder, bro.
Do
So
you think Wilder is more skillful than Fury?
is more skilled than Fury?
No.
No, he not. But Fury is a dirty fighter. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust Fury. Fury did a lot of dirty tactics, and we
Yo,
all know it.
do y'all remember the one fight where
Say what?
do
Testing.
y'all remember that one fight that
You
Fury
say
got caught with the
you
gloves
say
Yeah,
what?
and they had to change his
and
gloves
they
mid
made them
fight.
change them shits?
Yeah, and he lost that fight too. But they gave him the win. But yeah, I remember that he had to change his gloves against the dude because the
Oh,
thumb was detached.
but y'all mysteriously didn't want him to change his gloves against Wilder though. I mean, I'm just saying.
Right.
Yeah, people ignore it. That's why I don't understand. Like, I'm a Wilder fan, but it ain't about being a fan.
It ain't
It's about the
exactly.
facts. It's
It's
about the
about being
facts.
fair. It's about calling shit
Yeah.
down the middle.
And they looked at Fury just like they looked at Garcia. They want to overlook it just because they beat the fighter that they want to fight. Like they say in the comments now, oh, Wilder, he don't have the aura he used to have. Nobody's scared of him now. And Wilder, he's shot now since the
Fuck.
Fury trilogy. But these are the same people who was talking crap about Wilder before the Fury fight. Oh, he's trash. He's windmill Wilder, this and that and the other. But now you acting like he was great before the Fury fight. You know what I'm saying? It's
Exactly.
just
So if y'all thought he was trash before Fury, keep that same energy after Fury.
exactly. But he trash. But Fury get the ultimate credit for beating the
Exactly.
boogeyman.
This
Come
man
on,
getting
man.
statues made of him in this fucking country for beating Wilder.
Exactly. Make it make sense, bro. They knew Wilder
Like,
was a
come on,
problem, man.
man.
That
Exactly, bro.
this is
Bro,
forever conversation
I
about.
think Wilder is the. I think Wilder is probably one of the. I think Rocky Marciano was the less skillful champion ever, and I think Wilder right behind him. He's number two.
I
Hey,
agree with that.
look.
Bro,
All I know is Wilder did a lot of
what
stuff.
he had, he
He
was
did something that only four other fighters did, bro. So he in the history
Perfect
books,
matchmaking.
Hall of
Perfect
Fame.
matchmaking.
Nah, niggas,
Look, man.
it ain't.
Look,
That's like
look.
Bud
a weak.
Crawford,
It was
bro.
a weak era. It was a weak era because
Niggas
Wilder.
duck Wilder, Dillian White duck Wilder, Joshua duck Wilder, Usyk duck Wilder. Wilder had to sue Fury to get him in the ring again. Come on now, these niggas they want that smoke. Povetkin popped dirty against Wilder. Wilder went out and fought Ortiz twice when nobody wanted to fight him. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't Wilder's fault he didn't fight these fighters. They
Uh,
avoided Wilder because he was a
It,
threat.
it takes two to dance.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm not talking about who ducked. I'm not talking about who he knocked. I'm saying skill wise. I'm saying skill.
I
Skill
I'm
mean,
wise,
straight up skill.
at the
skills
bottom
or not, they
of
ducked that power, bro. They didn't want to get hit with that shit, so they avoided the fight. So that's
They
why he
ducked
don't
the
got the
power.
names.
Right.
Joshua took 8 rounds to beat Brazil. Wilder knocked him out in one. That's
Well, we
how.
can't. We don't use triangle theories though.
I
So
mean, yeah, but it's showing you
we
a difference
we
in.
pugilists. We don't use that because if that's the case, Joe Frazier would have beat Ali. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So
understand that, but I'm just
He
saying
did.
like,
He technically he did beat him the first fight though.
yeah, they was avoiding Wilder like the plague, bro, for real.
yeah, yeah.
Just like Bud, they don't get the names because fighters avoided them, so you can't really blame that on them.
No, no, no. I'm not even talking about who avoided who, and I was just saying skill set of a fighter. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
the skill set. You know
Nah,
what I
but y'all,
mean?
you gotta remember the two though, Drake. He was so green. You feel what I'm saying? Like he didn't really start fighting
he
until he was
started
about 21.
21 exactly,
he
and got a bronze medal. And
coach,
look, with Breland, he said all Breland taught him was the 1-2, but that's all he needed was the 1-2. He was putting niggas lights out, bro.
what he
So
did, little bit he had was great, but
Facts. That exactly.
what
that's the main
what
point.
you if you put it like this, bro, if you drop Fury or AJ, whether you think Wilder will beat them or not, or is better than them or whatever, you could drop Fury and AJ off in a way more hectic era, and they're gonna do better than Wilder. Wilder's gonna split. He'll knock
I don't
somebody. He'll
I
knock
don't
somebody,
think so.
but he's gonna get.
Before before the Fury
Yeah.
fights, Wilder could have been in any era, bro. And
They
he the
put
So,
only person that dropped
no,
Fury to this day.
no,
No, no, bro. You can't
no.
put him back in. You can't put him back in that era because man, they'd
Form
have brung it to him.
bro,
they beat
the
brakes
amount
off, man.
that
The
Larry
Wilder
Holmes,
be
Larry Holmes will box circles around Wilder easily.
Oh my God.
I
listen.
remember people saying that Fury and Wilder both would be too big for Ali. Are you kidding me?
The
Wilder
Wilder
would
before
touch.
Fury was dangerous in any era, bro. I'm gonna
Man,
tell you that.
Klitschko would
Always,
have beat.
but anybody can be dangerous. Would he succeed? He would. With the success he had in this era, he'd never have in any other era.
Yeah.
I
Ever.
mean,
You
that's
can
all an
say, but
opinion. I
honestly, you can
think
say that
so.
about a lot of fighters in this era.
You can say
A
Yeah,
lot of
a lot
heavyweights.
of fighters in a lot of eras.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think he would have been straight
Most
though
of
in
them
any era, bro.
got more
But
skills than Wilder.
I don't agree with that because I think you can bring them fighters up from that old era, and I think they'll run this era.
Oh
You know?
yeah, easily. Come on,
A,
man.
a little
Bro.
easier than the newer fighters going back in the day.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
so look, who y'all got
Look
with
what
Marv?
yo,
Look,
y'all don't think Lennox Lewis want to cook these dudes?
Oh my God.
what about Marvin Hagler against David
Dog walk
Benavidez
every
at
single
168?
and
Marvin,
some
Marvin.
you see these smaller heavyweights, Agate, the young kid from the UK, these smaller
Atama Moses
Mo-
Atama.
look, bro, some of them other small heavyweight, Chris Bird today,
Yeah,
Chris Bird today,
Bird
fuck
was all
out.
right, yo.
Hey,
He would
so
demolish Wilder, and he would demolish AJ the same. You wouldn't be able to
No,
listen,
tell
y'all
man.
remember Ray Mercer?
Yeah.
who.
I
He
mean,
would he would have been he would have been issuing this era too.
Maybe, but I'm just saying Wilder punched harder than all those dudes, so
Yes,
anything
he
can happen in a fight.
Yeah,
So he got a
I mean,
chance based
That's
on
absolutely.
power
that's the
alone.
truth. That's the truth. That's the not.
Everybody got a puncher's chance, right?
Shit,
So Wilder
shit.
got
Y'all remember David Tua?
yeah, but look, everybody got a
Oh
puncher's
yeah,
chance. So
yeah.
Wilder got a
Yeah,
strong
I ain't gonna
punch.
lie. I ain't gonna
Wa-
lie, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. These I like this era of heavyweights, but they don't match up with the '90s at all.
Nah, they
They're
don't.
not
They
even
don't.
close.
But Wilder
They don't
brought
match up with the
look.
80s.
Wilder,
No, hell
especially
no.
heavyweight, he brought the heavyweight division back after the Boring Klitschko's for 10 years. So
Yeah, that's
he's
true
definitely a
because
Hall of Famer,
yeah,
bro.
that's true because nobody
Bro,
gave a
you
fuck about
love
the
Wilder,
Klitschko's.
don't you? You
Yeah, bro.
love Wilder.
I
No,
love Wilder.
no, but Drake, he telling the
That's
truth though. Drake, he telling the truth though because
You
we
love
gotta
Wilder.
keep it a bean. We gotta
Yeah,
keep it real.
I
Nobody gave a fuck about the heavyweight division in the 2000s because of the Klitschko's.
That's true.
yeah.
We
That's
My
was
true.
my
all it was about 175, 160, and 154 and 147 and
yeah.
140, 130. You feel what I'm saying? 135.
My
It was about the lower weight classes.
my favorite fighters of all time is not in this order, but Wilder, Floyd, Ali, and Crawford.
I
So
knew it.
yeah, I rock with Wilder hard,
I
man.
know. I knew. I knew. I knew.
And I
Shit,
was watching
I
him
fuck with
early.
Wilder too. Shit,
When you said it takes skills to knock out somebody, I knew it did.
You
I
got to set
knew
it
it.
up though. You got to set it up, bro.
I knew it. Wilder ain't setting up nothing. Wilder just got power, bro. He
but
don't got enough
y'all,
hit.
I'm about to step out. Y'all, I'm gonna hit y'all up next time, man.
Salute,
All right,
All
salute,
right,
big
for
bro.
bro.
sure, bro.
Y'all, I'm
Yeah,
definitely coming back though, because this shit was
yeah.
lit.
Yeah,
Good
definitely, bro.
heavy, good heavy.
We ain't even
See,
All
get
right, Brody.
out.
Yeah, peace.
yeah.
All right.
Nah, man, Wilder ain't got it, bro. Wilder ain't got. He wouldn't match up with none of them heavyweights, bro. Foreman would have knocked him out. See, 'cause you got to think of skills. See, Foreman, they had defense. Foreman had the. You see what I'm saying? He wouldn't have got
Yeah.
that right hand off. Not the head hunting.
I'm
no.
Nah,
just
he
saying,
wouldn't got
look,
that.
like when he fought Luis Ortiz, especially the second time, it took skills to beat that man. Ortiz got skills, bro, and Wilder got through them skills and lined him up for that forehead shot, knocked the sweat off his head, bro. It
This is
takes
what
skills to
I'm saying,
do that.
though.
Bro.
Ortiz shot. Ortiz got a couple good shots in. Imagine Foreman getting those shots
But
in.
it didn't hurt. It didn't really hurt Wilder
But,
like that. Not the
But,
second fight.
but I'm
but
saying,
bro,
talking about
bro.
Foreman getting these shots in. We talking about
Yeah,
Larry stiffing this man with the jab. You know what I
I'm
Mhm.
mean?
not saying. Look,
Different.
all I'm saying is everybody got a puncher's chance, and by Wilder having the
We,
strongest punch probably in history,
What
he
what
got a
what?
chance against anybody.
But hold on. Let's not just throw the puncher's chance around like that because it takes
That's
skills to land the punch, bro.
And
You see
yeah,
what I'm
that's what
saying?
I'm saying. He got enough skills for that. Like,
I don't think so.
not to hang with the past eras, man. I'm
I don't
sorry.
think so, bro. I
yeah,
don't think
I
so.
don't think he's hitting any of the greats. He's not hitting Frazier. He's not hitting Ali. He
Yeah,
not hit. He not hitting Foreman. You know what I mean? He
yeah.
not.
He's not hitting Floyd Patterson. He's
look,
not
I just
getting.
think, look,
Yes.
if they would have called that a knockout in the first Fury fight, he wouldn't have took none of that damage, and then he ended up beating Joshua and Usyk. We'd have a different stance on him in fighting the past fighters. I
No,
think
no.
y'all opinion would be different.
I always thought Wilder was one of the less skillful champions. I thought all he had was power. I
Mhm.
always
Yeah,
thought his footwork is janky as hell, bro.
he is,
Like,
but
come
like I
on,
said,
man.
Yeah,
he did what he did with what he had, and he's still a great for that.
Yeah.
I give him his
Frank
credit.
Bruno gives him a run for his money. You know him and Frank. That's a great fight.
Yeah,
Listen, man. Frank Bruno would have. Speaking of Frank Bruno would have beat
nah,
Wilder, bro.
I don't think
I think,
so.
I think
But
that's
yeah, bro. I think right
Buster
now though
Douglas.
he
those are
needs
the
to
people that
retire right now though, man.
he would
It's over with.
possibly have a break even fight with. But who was Frank Bruno? I mean, he was nice, but I'm saying you see where he capped at. Like
yeah.
those are the people that he would have a good chance with. Anybody that that we all know was that Wilder. I'm sorry, and sadly, the sad thing is, what little bit he had to work with in his career that were other greats, right? Is
Mhm.
he only got Fury, and how did that go? The only great we got to go off him demolished him.
I mean, nah, cause look. I don't really. I mean, you could count that, but we know that the second and third fight was extremely different from the
Yeah,
first fight. This man didn't have no power, no matter how many times he hit Wilder. He didn't hurt him at all in the first fight, and arguably got knocked out.
I
So
know
it's
way
like,
more.
come on, we know it was something to those fights.
I know
Whatever you
people
want to.
I know how they feel about that, but at the end of the day, it's written how it's written. It like, and we could go. That's another topic if we want to go back and be like, oh well, you
But
know,
look, every time you bring that victory up, somebody gonna bring up Fury cheated. That's how you know that it's true. Every time you bring up Fury victory, it's
yeah.
gonna be somebody there to say that he cheated because we know he cheated, and you know he cheated. But hey, it is what it is. It happened. He lost. He got accepted. He not the same since those fights. So I feel like he should retire though. Now it's over with for him.
Yeah, because he ain't beating AJ, and that's gonna look bad on it on his historical resume.
Yeah, no,
Like,
he
you're
should
not gonna be
definitely
able to.
fight last night, but I heard he won. But
He won, but he could have did better. But I don't know. It's just
How come he didn't stop that guy?
they got an early stop. He was for to stop dude though. He was for to stop him, but
Cut it out.
he wasn't. Yeah, he rocked dude. Like when they stopped the fight, he just rocked him like 2 or 3 times in a row and knocked him to the corner. And the ref called it off too early, but he was for to go out. But
so,
he wasn't
so
doing enough body work for me. Like you could have
Wilder
been got him
before
out of there if you would have did some body work.
Wilder
And I was
before Fury shit, y'all. You think that Usyk loses to Wilder?
yeah, I believe the Wilder before Fury would have beat Usyk.
No, no way.
Yeah, I think so. Usyk avoided that fight, man.
I
But
don't
we
know.
never
I
we
mean,
never
I
know. We
mean,
never know.
you can avoid for different reasons though, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Gonna wait. I was gonna wait because this is a conversation, man. There are acceptable times. I'm not saying that I think he avoided him, but I'm gonna say this: there are acceptable times to wait on a person,
Yeah,
or not even. It might not even necessarily be a specific person, but if you know you just had say like he did, like say he just fought AJ twice. I'm not mad at you if you don't want to fight Wilder next. Take a different
right.
fight.
Right.
But to say Wilder the weakest champion, why not go up there and take him out if you say you was gonna fight him first? It's a reason that he didn't do that. They didn't see it. They didn't
Didn't
want to
No,
fight him until
have a
I
belt.
didn't
even
say
look, even
I didn't say
Joseph
he was the
Parker. Look,
weakest.
remember Joseph Parker went to Wilder fight to make a fight with him next. And then after the fight, after he knocked the dude out, Parker went and fought AJ instead of Wilder when you went all the way to his fight to fight him. But then you fought him after Fury because it's like the aura was gone, just like with Tank. A lot of people feel like they can beat Tank now because he had a draw with Lamar Roach. Okay, that aura is gone. So that's the reason people will wait to fight somebody that they feel like is a major threat. They'll wait till they see a weakness. Oh, now you want to fight him. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I see it, bro. I seen them avoid this man.
I dig it. I dig it. I'm not mad at him. Like, I honestly didn't think that Usyk. I said this before he fought any of them. I said, man, I'd like to know if he's really that. If he's like a Holyfield or one of them cruiserweights that can really come up here and be that, right? But
Yeah,
he ain't gonna have a chance or enough people to have the type of body of work to tell us. And I didn't think he would fight even 2 out of the 3. He ended up fighting Fury and AJ twice. I'm
yeah,
not
he
mad. He fought both of them twice. You had who was it? Some bullshit fight Witherspoon.
yeah, Chad,
Fought
Chad
Chisora,
Witherspoon.
and he fought Dubois. I know that's I feel like that was a body shot. That was
He
clean.
lost that fight. Yeah, he
That
should
was
have
a
lost that.
body shot. But now I shouldn't say but. They gave him that shit. They let him up, and he beats the shit out of him.
Right,
I'm
but
excited for the rematch. I'm excited for the
me
rematch, but
too. And
regardless of how this shit has went, I'm sold on Usyk. He in my book, I'm not gonna say he's greater than because again, Holyfield had a way different body of work. It was different, but I believe he's of that cloth. He's a great.
he did good against AJ, but AJ was always overrated. He was always overrated, and then he beat Fury after the trilogy with Wilder. So I mean, Usyk is a good fighter, but
No,
I don't, he's not as great as people make him seem, in my opinion. Like I feel
Wow,
like he a
bro.
little overrated, but I
ain't
want to see this Dubois fight. I feel like Dubois got better since he
yeah.
arguably beat
So
Usyk. He got a chance.
you think Usyk is overrated, but you
Wilder's not.
Yeah,
Usyk didn't get cheated though, so it's a difference, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm
man.
not. Usyk got more. He got skills, but I'm saying people just. I feel like they just go too above and beyond. Like, and really, I don't like all that decision stuff either, man. I want to see a knockout. You know what I'm saying? It just
Bruh,
all
hey,
that decision after decision after decision is just boring to me. But it is what it is. He cool.
I
He
like Wilder. I like Wilder. Don't get me wrong. I like Wilder, man. But we got to be honest, y'all. He is one of the most skillless champions that in boxing history. You
I
know,
agree with that.
he has power though. He has exceptional power, and that's it.
And
You
they
know,
were saying Usyk can beat Ali. Like, come on now, that's just crazy, bro. That man can't beat
Right.
Ali.
Oh, I'll say this: I would much rather see Usyk versus any of them people than Wilder versus any of them people.
And Wilder, well,
Yeah,
you
Yeah.
know, that's it. That's
yeah.
your
Just
opinion.
because I know exactly how that's gonna go. Either you will luck up or not luck up, but you may catch somebody,
Nah,
maybe. But more than likely, you're gonna be in there swinging wild,
he
getting
won.
hit.
He was way more confident before the Fury fight. So it was a different person, a different chin, a different everything. So you
And
know,
but he still fought the same. Like he was confident and had a full heart, but he still was shit.
his chin was way different though back then.
I think
So
his chin would have got tested a lot sooner, and he would have never had the run that he had. That's the problem, man. Is
he
I
wouldn't
didn't
have
yeah,
got. He wouldn't have had no breaks back then. Cause you got the
yeah,
Foremans, you got the Fraziers, you got the Ali, you got what's his name? What's the dude name?
Ken
Terrible
Norton,
Tim Weatherspoons.
Ron
You
Ken,
Mercer, Larry
Lyle,
Holmes.
Ken
I
Norton,
mean, yeah, it'll be a good fight, bro. I'm just not gonna count him out though. You know,
Ken
you
Norton
ne-
is beating the brakes off of
Ken
this.
Norton.
we'll never know.
Ernie,
Oh boy,
Sonny Liston.
Sonny, listen. We know
oh,
what we see though, but over canal. We know what we see though. See, because one thing about us, we ain't got lying eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
We know what we see. You know what I'm saying? And what I see in Fury is the most skillful champ, one of the most skillless champions with a powerful right hand.
yeah,
yeah.
Wilder, you mean? But
Yeah,
I
Wilder.
mean,
Yeah,
look,
Wilder. I'm
if
sorry.
yeah, I get you. I get it.
Yeah, yeah.
no, but
But
we're not taking nothing from him. What he was
no,
able
not taking nothing
to
from him.
accomplish is amazing. The thing is, you can't be out here giving him the all time knockout. You know what I mean? Like he's not knocking everybody out. He's gotta he's gotta get lucky, and you know he has some skill during this time.
But Wilder, that I hate saying luck, but Wilder's one person I say like for him to beat any even one of them names that we really know, like as a great, it would have to be luck or God's divine intervention because he's not fine. Sorry.
And none of them was scared to get hit with that shot. Everybody in this era was scared to get hit with one punch.
Yeah, this is
All of
era.
them dudes.
So look, but I'm saying though, that's why he one of the best of this era, bro. Because we're
Yeah,
not talking about nobody else going against them dudes. So
Yeah,
this
I just, you know,
is
I
we
just
know
feel like people need to respect what he did. He accomplished
absolutely.
what he accomplished with what he had. So that's good
I was
enough.
one
that's
of
what
the
that's
four kings
I like that. Yup.
of the division
But
of this
he agreed,
era. King,
which was
you
But
know you
yeah,
don't agree with that.
what?
You don't agree with of this era. He's one of the kings.
No, yeah, I said of course he like that's not a question.
Oh,
He did
Yeah,
very well with very little, and but
yeah, yeah,
able to
yeah.
do that only because he was part of an era that allowed that. Like I
but
don't think, huh?
but that's like blaming Roy for his era.
No, it's not his fault. It's just it is what it is. Like
Yeah,
we all like we're not gonna pretend that like even right before with Klitschko, right? He was doing the same thing, beating up people that is like I'm tired of seeing you get you're about to break Joe Louis' record and shit beating who? It
yeah.
was weak and even though Wilder is great and hand clap for him, I can't compare. I'm not gonna sit here and go crazy and be like, yeah, you're really one of the greatest. No, you're one of the heaviest hitting dudes ever. That's it. And you happen to come along in a time where you could clean house with guys like that. It. He did his thing. He only really lost after the Fury joint. You know, it's
Hey,
yeah.
who did they say was? Who did Ali say hit him so hard? All of them was testifying, and this dude said
Yeah,
Ernie Shea.
Ken Norton.
Ernie Shavers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah. So
yes.
so think about it. Ernie Shavers got to lose the streak against them cats. So Wilder wouldn't have. Man, shit.
no, think about that. Think about how many greats weren't allowed to be champion because of who they were around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wilder would have
yeah.
been one. Wilder would have been one of them. He would have been a
yeah.
Frank Bruno. He would have
Yeah,
been
yeah.
a Ron Lyle. He would have been a Ernie Shavers. Like, yeah, he would have been an Ernie Shavers. But Ernie was probably better though, to be
Yeah,
honest.
Yeah,
yeah,
he was.
But
yeah,
he
yeah.
did, and I don't know who said it, but he did. The biggest thing I give him though is he brought a
The
fight
heavyweight division back.
back to the heavyweight division. It was exciting seeing his
Yeah.
knockouts.
Yeah, when
He
he was
did
up
Yeah.
get
there,
the
he was till this day. I said, oh yeah. Oh yeah. We
It
got
got
one.
boring after he lost too, man. It kind of died down.
I was so mad when he brought Lux out with him. I thought he was gonna win that fight with Fury. I was so mad.
Yeah.
Hey, Goon
I
was
was so
saying that the whole time. Goon was like, he losing the Fury. Yeah, he losing the Fury.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was
But
gonna
that's
lose.
it. And Dev is a shot fighter. Now you see, you just described a shot fighter. Y'all trying to tell me Dev don't fit that description?
It's too
I mean,
nah.
it's just too soon to say it. It's too soon
It's
to
way
say
too
that.
soon. It's way too soon to say that. He's at one fight. He won comfortably, and I know gun shy. Or we
When
gotta
you
see
got
that.
a skill as Devin has, and you don't exchange with a Jose Ramirez, there is something wrong. There is something wrong. He didn't exchange not one time. That's like what my man on the telecast was saying. He was saying he's got to set his feet. Him not setting his feet one time in that fight, that let us know everything we needed to know. Now I'm not saying I don't want to see him go forward. I got to see him against a Blair Cobb. I got to see him against a Conor Ben. I can't see
Brian Norman.
Yeah.
no Brian Normans. No
No
Brian
Brian
Norman.
Norman. All right.
Yeah, I
No
don't
Brian.
want to see that yet. But
Nah.
we got to see him
You got
again
to get
before
him
we
built
judge
up.
him.
Once he realized, oh, I could set my feet, I could take a shot again, then I thought maybe a Brian
Oh,
Norman.
I misunderstood. Okay, so you saying you want him to get his confidence or get comfortable, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got to show
That's
that
all
he
I
got
said.
that skill again.
He
He's
That's
got
all I
to fight at 147 before he fight the best fighter at 147. You know what I'm saying? See how he acclimate to the weight at least.
yeah.
I would encourage the same. I think, but I don't want to lose my train of thought. Going back to something about that though, again, for different people, it's different. But when you lose, or in particular, when you get outboxed, he didn't get outboxed, but he got beat up. And why did he get beat up? Because he did something that he's done often in the past.
Yeah.
And what we saw with Ramirez this last fight, some people may say, "Oh, he's gun shy. Oh, he don't want to get hit." Maybe I'm not saying I'm not in this camp, but maybe they're working on disciplining that flaw that he has of making bad exchanges. He wants to be
Yeah.
puncher. I don't know if y'all hear him. He wants to be Tank so bad. Or not him, but he wants people to look at him and be like, "Yeah, Dev can crack shit." He wants to be known like that, so he gets himself in bad exchanges.
Yeah.
Didn't have no part in. Maybe they went to the drawing board and was working on not doing that, and that's why he maybe didn't engage at all as much as some of us wanted. I
And
But
give
this,
him number
it
three,
it
but
could be a number of reasons. That's why I'm saying we gotta wait to see him fight at least one more time before we
exactly.
judge him on
Now he's
being
got to
top.
build up. He's got to show us that he could be on that Tank level again at this weight. See, right
Yeah.
now, he showed us, man, we got to just put him in there just to get punched on. Put him in there. That's why everybody's saying put him in there with a Brian Norman. Put him in there with a Teo. They want to see
They
him get knocked out.
a lot of people ready for him to fight Brian Norman and lose. They thirsty for that fight, but they don't even care that T.O. ducked the man. They weren't forcing that fight, but they want to force the Brian Norman fight. It's a lot
I
of people want to see him lose.
I
But I
agree.
want I want to see the
I
Ryan
think
fight,
Tio
even though
beat him.
Ryan lost.
Yeah,
I
Teo.
think I think Tio beats him.
Teo
I
is
don't
not
think
a good
so.
match for him, man. Teo is not a good match for him.
T.O. don't got power like that, but I don't think
What?
Oh
T.O. can
boy,
beat Dev.
oh
Nah,
boy.
not at 40.
Accumulation of punches. That's all
He,
I'm gonna say. He
he
get
got
all
one
the
knockout at 140. That's it.
Hey,
yeah, but Devin
I
get
right.
dizzy and he start
He
punching him 2 or 3 times. That's a
he
knockout.
he not punching like that though. He haven't dropped nobody at 140 or none of that, bro. He get
I
beat up
gotta
all the time, really.
I gotta say, I see him landing a combination on Devin that is so furious. Oh my god! And then he gets to do a backflip, and he's
Hey,
and Bill in there holding his son head
it's
up.
it's a
They
reason
get
T.O.
all
don't want that smoke though. So he sees something different than you see. but who knows?
No, it could be a number of things, man. I got over. I got you over. He see what we see, bro. He don't see nothing different. He ain't nothing. Listen, Tank called it out. I beat Haney because I can walk through the front door because he ain't got nothing to keep me off him. And that's just the truth, bro. That's the truth. When you get up there in them higher weight classes, you gotta have something to keep a
Yeah,
nigga off you, man.
yeah.
If you don't,
Some,
they coming through the front door.
yeah.
I
And they
mean, the
once they
only,
start tapping on you, man, that shit is over. You
The
opening
chin
it.
don't get harder, bro. It gets
only
softer. When you
only
get
person
tapped
who
on that
did it
motherfucker,
was a juiced up Ryan, though, man. Nobody else did that to Devin. Nobody else proved that yet. So he got to have something because niggas ain't running up on him like that.
But that's what we saying is for Ryan to do it. It's a
He
lot
was
of
juiced though, bro.
good.
no,
Ryan,
but we can't say that though, bro, because y'all act like Ryan came in there and
what?
turned green and turned into
Look,
the Hawk.
Ryan.
Ryan barely beat him, bro, and
Yeah,
he got
Okay, and
up.
look,
So
and he
hold on.
all
So
right, go ahead.
Ryan barely beat him, and he got up 5 times. It ain't like Ryan punched him and he flew out the ring and all that. He could have beat Ryan, but
yeah.
Ryan,
Okay,
Beat
by
so
Ryan.
Ryan being on off the ring, that don't help him not duck a left hook, bro.
yeah, that's true. But Ryan still wouldn't have did what he did without that. He wouldn't. He probably wouldn't have beat Devin, which is why you don't want to fight him again. So I'm just saying, like Ryan, the only one to do any of that to Devin. Nobody like Loma gave him a good fight, but he lost 7-5. Nobody else tested Devin like that. Really, Devin been keeping niggas off on with what he got.
I wouldn't
Ain't
even want to fight Roly, man. That's
Yeah, bro, he beat Rolly up in sparring, bro, like
I hear
bad. You
I hear
seen it?
Bud loves listen. Bud loves Canelo. I can tell when you like a fighter because you be so
Bro,
biased,
I
bro.
don't like Devin like that, bro. But I respect Devin because he's a good fighter. I'm not a fan of Devin, but I respect what he did and what he do. Like, especially after the Regis fight, he really earned my respect. But I'm just saying, when he sparred Rolly some years ago, he was putting hands on Rolly, hitting him with
Do
everything.
you think him right now today? It can do anything with Rolly right now. If he fought
you.
him next,
Yeah, I think he'll beat Rolly. I'm more confident in that than the Brian Norman fight for sure. He'll beat Rolly. Rolly
I don't.
not that good.
It ain't about that, man. When you see a man not set his feet in a fight, and you know he fighting a puncher, and a guy that's going to take a punch to land one, that's that's not a good combination for him, man.
But look, we thought Rolly was shot after Tank knocked him out, but when he fought Pitbull, we thought he was shot after that fight, right? And look what
I don't.
happened. He
I
came
didn't.
back
I don't think I thought he was shot. I just I thought
after
he
the
had.
Pitbull.
Yeah, I just thought he
there's
had.
nothing. There's nothing about the knockout when Rolly first came back that I would call Rolly a shot fighter. There's something about that Ryan Garcia fight, and when Haney came back, I call him a shot fighter. It ain't in his eyes no more. His
I'm,
demeanor is off. His
listen, when
shoulders
you
slump.
don't set your feet, Rolly still set his feet. He set his feet with that old man and took them shots. Came
But
back.
I mean, that was before the
With you.
Pitbull fight though. But
That's
I just gotta see
but that's
Devin
what I'm
again
saying.
before I
He
say he
got
shot.
knocked
That's
out.
all.
Listen, he got knocked out by Tank. Got embarrassed by the old man. Got beat up by Cruz.
Pitbull.
Got beat up by Cruz and still was able to go in there with Ryan. I'm telling you, after you watch Ryan knock on Devin like that,
Ryan won juice though. He was clean for that fight.
listen, this is what I'm saying though. This is what I'm saying. It was the way he was landing that left hand, and then for Devin to come back in his next fight and be cautious. I ain't getting hit with this left hand, and I ain't exchanging at all. I ain't setting my feet at all. Man, that's
Yeah,
scary. We gotta
look,
see. Like you said, we gotta
I'm
see.
not saying Devin is not shot, but I gotta see him again before I say,
Yeah,
oh yeah, he shot.
yeah. I want to see him again. I love Bill so much. I would watch his son fight me.
Yeah, I like Bill too, man.
So
I
that's
like Bill, but it ain't got nothing to do with his son being shot though.
yeah.
Yeah,
Now, listen,
yeah.
I'm saying the Bill now. Bill needs to go and Bill needs to earn his money off of his son. Now you got to protect your son. Now you got to have that man fighting. He can't have him in the ring with Brian Norman. You
Right,
heard what
exactly.
he said he wanted to do to that man. He gonna go in there and knock him out, walk over him. That
Yeah,
can't.
I don't want to see that next for sure.
Oh, I don't want to see that ever. Not. I don't want to see it ever. I don't want to see again.
So saying that, y'all basically saying he's a shot fighter.
I agree with you, and I'm not saying it. A shot fighter still can't be a prize fighter. He still can't go out and make money.
Blair Cobbs will prove if he's shot or not. If he fight Blair Cobbs, that's the test that he needs. It's
Something like
not too much, and
beautiful,
it's not too little. It's a good fight with person with power and
beautiful.
size. Got to give him a good fight.
That would be a beautiful man. I would pay more for that than the Crawford Cinnamon
I,
fight. I know I sound crazy, but that would be more. I don't
I
think,
would I
huh?
would bring Hitchens up, man. With the soft touch Hitchens, I'll bring that up because he got a backstory to
Hitchens
it.
don't want to come up though, so that's the thing about
I
it.
was
Hitchens
gonna
don't want
Catchweight,
to.
say that's another Tio situation, which I'm
yeah.
glad Tio didn't want it.
Blair Cobb's Blair Cobb. The way Blair Cobb's fight, man, is he's a stalker. He coming in, he a big dude. Of course, he bigger, and he coming through the front door, and he got power. He got crack. I
That's why
don't.
it's a good fight to make sure
Yeah,
to see if Devin is at that level.
get some shots off and get away from Blair. Blair ain't technically sound enough where he can't get away from you. He
And
can't.
Blair kind of beat him up in sparring too. When they spar, even though sparring ain't the fight, but Blair got out on that sparring. So
A
it's
bigger
a good,
fight. It'd be a good fight.
yeah, it's a good fight for him at 47. That's a good test.
Nice
I
speed.
got Blair. I think he's done. I think he's done, and he's gonna retire after this next fight, bro. I promise you.
Wow, you think
What?
so?
Yeah.
Oh, I
There's
think it's
nobody he can
they
fight.
could have.
Who else could he fight? Even if he get past this next opponent, whoever this is, who's next up? Now
I
he's
mean,
got to fight
he
that
can
Norman.
probably beat Barrios. I think he can beat Barrios.
Be a good
Barrios ain't that good.
be a good fight after a Blair. He could
But
get through.
listen to y'all saying he ain't y'all saying he ain't shot. But then y'all saying, well, I think Barrio punch is
Hey,
soft
we
enough
saying
to.
anybody but Brian Norman Jr. Anybody but Brian Norman Jr. right now.
What about Boots?
No, no, no,
Nah, not
no.
Boots.
Okay then. Come
Yeah,
on, y'all. He shot. And y'all know he shot. Y'all know
yeah.
he shot. It don't take me 2, 3 fights to know a fella shot. It don't
Nah,
take me
bro.
that. I know his demeanor is go. He don't even listen. Handy would engage you. He didn't even engage one
Yeah.
time. Like my man
But
say,
look,
he didn't even set his feet, bro.
we just gotta know that he had the Ryan fight in a win. It's like it's a lot of things that could have made him fight like that. So I need to see him one more time before I get that analysis of him. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I want to see him
That's
fight.
fair.
We
That's
want to
fair.
see him fight. Drake want to see him fight.
Yeah.
He just don't want to have to say, "Hey, listen, I got to put all my money on the other guy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know that.
I just know it don't take. I can just tell, man, the fighter demeanor, man. I've been watching these fights so long, man. I'm 41, and I've been around boxing all my
Yeah,
life. My uncle, all that I know, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can
yeah,
look in the fighter
yeah,
eyes, bro. He ain't got no fight in him, bro.
yeah.
It hurt me with Julian Jackson. That's one of my favorite fighters. You know he's a stalker, and when he got hit, bow, he got. I knew it wasn't in his eyes no more. You know what I'm saying?
And with Wilder too, it's not in him no more either. Like
Yeah.
even when he screamed "Bomb Squad" at the weigh-in, it don't feel the same, because that
Yeah, I
threat
can
is
see
not
it.
there.
Terry
Yeah,
Norris, bro. It just wasn't in his eyes no more when he got knocked, when Julian knocked. I
Look,
mean, it just wasn't, bro. Mike Tyson. It
hey,
just,
no, listen.
yeah,
Let me talk about this Canelo Crawford fight, because
yeah,
you see the look in Crawford's eyes at the last press conference, but did you see Canelo's look? Did you look at Canelo? That was a man in there who was like, "Oh, this guy is different." It's
he
the same
worried.
that
Yeah,
happened
it's a worry look.
in the
He talking
first.
the talk, but he worried.
You could tell. I got to defend myself against this man. I can't let him bully me. And right now, he's in bully mode. And I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
yeah,
when that stuff happens, Canelo's going to be a different fighter. This might be the end of Canelo. I
yeah,
don't, but if he gets stopped early, like I think it could happen, and this I'm only saying this because it's us. But I do think Crawford is going to stop him around the definitely around the 10. It's going to be over.
yeah. I think a late stoppage. I think so too.
Definitely going to be a stoppage. It's going to be around 10. And I ain't saying Bud going in there or anything, but it's just so many flaws and tools they can expose from round one that by the time Canelo get ready in round three and start going crazy, Bud going to have everything set up and if fifth round it could be over. But I'm gonna
And Canelo. Oh, go ahead.
gas out after 5, and then Bud just gonna go into technical mode.
And
And look,
Canelo pushing them buttons that set Bud off. That's why he started
yeah,
going off at the press conference. Like, nigga, I'm gonna stomp a mud hole in you. Like, Bud,
yeah.
when he get like that, bro, you know what you mean business, bro. He going in
Listen,
there with a point to prove.
I'm gonna tell you what did when he questioned that man's resume in front of Tom Brady and them, and
Yeah,
Bud stuttering. I'm telling you, they went back and looked at that. And Bud ain't like that shit. And
yeah.
from then on, you could see it in every press conference. Every time they link up, it's something I got to do something.
And Canelo thought they was friends, like
Right?
friendly, and Bud ran up on him like, nigga, we ain't cool, nigga.
Because you out of pocket.
Right. And
Yeah,
like,
and plus Canelo used to bullying. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Hmm.
Now he's the smaller. You know what I'm saying? Terrence looking down. Now he's saying, "Damn, I should have put a weight clause on this motherfucker. This motherfucker bigger than me." You know what I
even
mean?
when he pushed Bud halfway, Canelo still was backing up. Bud was still coming forward. Canelo going
Yeah,
backwards.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It's gonna
It's
be good, man. It's gonna be
oh
good.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be
for
good.
sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, what you were saying?
Huh?
You were saying something?
No, 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 no. I just said it's gonna be good. Canelo just got to be Canelo, and Bud got to be special. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Can Bud be special? He absolutely can.
I'm gonna tell you,
yeah,
Canelo could come out there and be and not be special. It's gonna be a great fight
Yeah,
because
he just got to be Canelo. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. But that
because
walking you down 1 and 2 punches ain't gonna work on Bud. That's not
no,
gonna
he ain't
work.
gonna be able to do that. He gonna
High
get beat
high
up to the
guard
body.
walking him down, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah, he gonna get beat up to the body. Them hands gonna come down.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna go to sleep around 10.
Yep.
And
That's what I got it. I
and
got 9 to 10. He going down.
but I got a feeling he gonna go out there. He gonna see that's what's gonna happen early, 1 and 2. Then 3, he gonna press it, and he ain't gonna realize. Bud ain't gonna be like the rest of them, where he ain't afraid to get his shit off before he get out of there. And he gonna get his shit off, and Canelo gonna think, oh, we gonna exchange, and them exchanges ain't gonna be even.
And Bud,
Right.
look how he was chopping Avanesian body. He was chopping his body up. Like
Um,
he do that to Canelo, he already got stamina problems. He gonna definitely be ready to
it's,
get TKO'd or stop.
that's what I'm wondering is Eddie Reynoso gonna stop it when he beating that man up in the 9 and 8
Yeah.
9? He
We
They
gon'
looking
ain't gonna stop it. They ain't gonna stop it, bro.
we never seen Spence face like that. We never gonna see Canelo face like it's gonna look either. He gonna be getting pieced up in that man.
I'm
I can't wait.
it's gonna be I'll be surprised if Bud get beat up, if Bud gets stopped. I'll be surprised. Even if he can't, even if the weight, anything, all that shit they talking about the weight, he's because his feet gonna be on point, his defense still gonna be there, and he's still gonna be able to protect himself. You know what I mean? At the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's not act like Canelo ain't Canelo now. Let's not act
Yeah,
like that though, bro.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying is it could. That's what I'm saying is Canelo could come out there and beat up, but again, I see it more like a Charlo situation. His butt ain't able to get off no offense. He just able to survive.
Nah, Canelo already feeling more pressure than he felt from anybody, even in the press conference. Like nobody challenged Canelo like that, really,
That's
and
why I'm.
approaching him like that.
That's what I'm saying is if he there, if he there like that, and his face coming, if man, if Bud end up coming forward, especially around round 3, oh my God, this is gonna be a bad night.
I
You
don't
It's gonna
want
know,
Bud to come forward though, bro. I don't want him to come forward.
eventually, I
he
think
going
he is.
Bud is always coming for in every Bud fight. He coming forward at some point, yo. And I'm telling
Hmm.
you,
I want Bud to use his angles. I want Bud to get in and out. I want Bud to stab with that jab, that left,
what I
and
say about Bud coming forward. Usually
yeah,
when Bud coming forward, it's because you stop coming forward. It's because you know you can't
Yeah,
get.
yeah,
It's because you. It's because you ain't making the fight entertaining,
yeah.
and you
But
gonna
but
get.
Canelo slick though. He Canelo slick now, and he's a good he. These is the two
Mm.
best counter punches in the game now.
Okay,
yeah, I
I heard
agree with that.
I
Yeah,
heard Max
yeah.
say that this today.
Did you? Yeah,
Yeah,
Canelo.
saying that.
I done checked out Canelo, man. Canelo real. He got that. I'm gonna fall back. Bop. Then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He be faint. He
he
got feints too. He be
Yeah,
yeah,
fainting.
yeah. He real twitchy. Real
he said
twitchy.
yeah, he said he a natural counter counter puncher.
Yeah, and
He
see
would
that's
be.
why I don't want Canelo to feel at home. If Bugs start coming forward, Canelo's a natural counter puncher, so that's gonna fit right into Canelo pocket. You know what I
Mm,
mean? You
mm.
know,
This
because
is why.
throwing punches and punches against a counter puncher is counterproductive. They want
And
you
and
to.
and look, I think, but with him not stopping Majimov too, I feel like the gloves definitely played a part in that because he had to wear those Grant gloves, which was Majimov gloves, not his usual Everlast gloves. And those
Yeah,
the gloves Floyd wore for padding for to
yeah,
protect your hands. So I feel like that took away from some of Bud Power too. So I expect him
yeah.
to have Everlast against Canelo.
Yeah, and Matrimov was patient, and Matrimov was a counter puncher too. That's
Yeah,
why they
yeah,
both is looking at each other like you punch, you punch. You know what I'm
Yeah,
hmm
saying?
yeah,
So
but I think he would have stopped Madrimov if he had 3 more rounds.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He started getting busy in the end.
Bud only do enough to win, y'all. You know we seen that. We seen that with the you up, he up, he up. Oh, okay, I'm
Yeah,
gonna whip his ass then. He only do
exactly.
enough to win. Yeah, just like he could have finished Spence off
Yeah, he
Yeah,
early.
was in
yeah,
first gear.
could have.
He
That's
Yeah,
why I
carried
feel
Spence
like,
about 6 rounds, bro.
yeah, man,
yeah,
he
and,
could.
and Canelo, he gonna be there fired up to win to prove a point. I think he gonna give everything he got in that fight. I feel like we gonna see a different Bud because he get better every fight, in my opinion. And I feel like he definitely gonna go out there and prove something.
I agree. I mean, these folks saying that maybe you can't put this man at all time great. I'm sorry, man. This is a great feat. If we
Yeah,
giving out all that credit, we giving guys all this credit for going up and winning. Canelo got all that credit for going up and knocking out Kovalov.
yeah,
I mean, this is the guy. This is Canelo is the man.
I
What can we
think this decade, I can say this right here is probably equivalent to Roy Jones going up against Ruiz. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's like
That
three weight classes.
magnitude. Yeah, it's that magnitude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
Yeah,
not saying they comparable, but it's that magnitude.
yeah. This
yeah,
is
Yes, sir.
man, this sound unbelievable.
Yeah, it do.
This the
Yeah.
man in 2018, the man was at just getting into 147, right?
Yep.
yeah.
Canelo was at 160. Imagine if we said they was going to fight back then,
Right. Every would have been unheard of.
right? And so now it's actually happening. It's like, man, I got to get either one of them. I got to give them credit because again, people say, Bud Smart, Bud is the best technical fighter in this era
In
by
boxing.
far.
Yeah,
Like if you could put your paws on Canelo could find a way to put his paws on him. Yeah, I'm a. I got to go down. He got to go down as one of the greats. The
And cause
rest,
Canelo figured out. I mean, he done been in there with everybody, like he say. Like, been in there with everybody. Who the fuck are you?
yeah.
at the Bud.
He ain't been in there with Bud though, but
Exactly.
yeah, yeah,
Did he say who the fuck are you, the Bud?
yeah, yeah.
Oh
He's
no,
No, he didn't
I
say it
don't
like
see
that.
it.
He didn't say it
no.
like
He just said what he say.
that.
Oh,
Yeah. What did he say? He said,
He
I
said
don't
you
know.
you
I
said you
watch
fought
it.
nobody.
yeah, you fought nobody. Yeah, yeah. He said you fought nobody. Yeah, yeah. Bud was like, what? He was like, you got nobody. You
He was
fought.
like, mention me one fighter that was elite.
He
Well,
said, you didn't he tell Bud that he can't fuck with him or something? He said something like, you fuck with me, you got trouble or something like
He
that.
said, yeah, he didn't curse though. He was real respectful. He said, something about when you make me mad though or disrespect me, then it's
yeah,
different.
yeah.
He don't want to set Bud off though. You could tell Canelo, he keeping it calm. He don't want to do too much.
Yeah,
Like he
yeah.
was
Also
with
know that.
Berlanga talking a lot, but he not doing all that with Bud like that.
No, you're not, cause Plant, he wanted to fight Plant before the fight
Yeah.
for
Oh,
less.
Yep.
oh yeah, he did. He slapped him up.
Yeah, he
Yep.
slapped him up for less. Plant
Ma-
wasn't even doing that.
Made him bleed. So it's like he know he got a certain level of respect for Bud. He know Bud is elite no matter what he say about his resume or any of that.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, everybody. You got it. that's what I don't understand about the media, man, when they talk about Bud's resume, because man, it don't matter. He made them guys really look like they wasn't supposed to be in the ring. Like,
Yeah, that's what they do to great fighters, though. You know, people did that to Floyd in his career. Oh, he ain't fought nobody. He fought fighters when they was past their prime. He a runner, this and that. They just it's always the greats that they gonna try to take away credit from them. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
suppose, yeah, because when I think about it, they do Roy like that. Like his era wasn't that strong. Nah, he was just
yeah,
better than everybody else, like
it's
by
it,
far.
it's like social media almost control the narrative, kind of. Just like they try to say, Michael Jordan played a bunch of plumbers. You know what I'm saying? When
Yeah,
he
yeah,
played the first, the best defensive rebounder, the number one defensive player. Like he got all these accolades against great players, but they call them plumbers, though. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it's just too much people in social media got an opinion, and there's a lot of them saying it. So it kind of make it seem believable when it's really not.
Right, right. When you paying attention, that's every sport though too. I gotta realize that. That's how I got back into boxing. There's so
Yeah,
many angles in the other sports that it's like, at least if I talk boxing with somebody, I can understand. You really don't know. Like I don't know a lot.
yeah. It's a lot of stuff I don't know too, but I'll be willing to learn and listen. I do research, and I try
Yes,
to deal with the facts.
yes. It's a lot of folks just repeating what they heard somebody else say.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
look, this the stats for Jordan. I wrote it down for arguing with niggas in the comments, but he played with 7 of the top 10 all-time scorers. 9 of the top 10 all-time block leaders. 9 of the top 10 all-time block leaders. 7 of 10 all-time assist leaders. 8 of the top 10 all-time steal leaders. How are those plumbers? You know what I'm saying? Like those are big numbers. 7 to 10, 9 to 10, 7 to 10, 8 to 10. Like that's most of the people with the records.
Right, right.
So
I
Nah,
yeah,
man.
just know I was hurt when the Bulls beat the Knicks. I was
yeah, okay, yeah. You from New York? I know you hated Mike.
Oh man, Pat Ewing. Oh, I thought we had him. John Starks dunking. I said, oh, we got one. We got
No,
Mm-hmm. I know
listen,
you
I
remember
love
that play when
this.
he hit Starks and dunked on you, and
Yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
waved his and looked at him like,
yeah, man. I'm
And
from Chicago too, so I was all in them era.
oh
Yeah,
man.
man, I'm
but
telling you, that was a good time in sports, man.
that's the best time in the NBA is the Jordan era.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was a good
I,
era right there, man.
I
Yeah,
would say, and not that I got to see much of it, but I would say that '80s run, from Magic and Bird, them running up into the late '90s, man, that was some real nice basketball, man.
Yeah, yeah, they was hooping.
yeah,
They was hooping.
I mean,
that was cool. But I think
real,
Jordan just brought the excitement to the game, like just the
Yeah.
new look, the shoes. He just came with something different. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, the
changed the whole
baggy
game.
shorts.
The shorts, yeah, he came up with the shorts idea. Yep. So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
changed when he came. So that's what made the game
yeah.
the best.
Yeah,
and
that
ball,
you know what, and I'm gonna tell you, man. New York, we was wearing our stuff baggy back then. So when Jordan came out with it, that was cool. But then, cause we didn't like Jordan, so
Yeah.
cause he beat the Knicks. But when the Fab Five came out with the black socks and the baggy short,
God,
Yeah.
it was done.
Mhm.
It was done.
bro, cause they represented us. We had the baggy, you know what I mean. We wore our stuff big, 4X t-shirts, and we really was a medium. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
boy,
watch stuff
Yeah.
big, son. Like, man, then the Fab Five come out, man. They just dunking on, thinking they in your face, and it was all brothers. Oh man,
yeah.
what?
They had the black socks, the black sneakers. Man,
Yes, and was talking
go
that
ahead.
shit.
But yeah, so it's just like social media got they hype a lot of stuff up that's not even what's really true,
Yeah,
especially in boxing.
yeah,
Like the
yeah,
whole running thing they talking about. They keep mentioning that to Bud as if he ever ran in a fight. Like, Why do y'all keep projecting that on Bud? That ain't got nothing to do with Bud.
Yeah, but what has Bud done in his career to even be asked a question like that?
Exactly.
You
Y'all,
know what I'm saying?
they just want him to stand there with Canelo and slug it out. That's not gonna happen, man. Ain't nobody finna fight like that for y'all entertainment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He told you. Shit, ain't nobody gonna tell me how to fight. I've been fighting all my life. Tell
Exactly.
me how to fight. And at 18, Bud going for the knockout, y'all. That nigga, that little sneaky grin,
Yeah,
going for the
yeah.
knockout, bro.
Just
Going
when
for
they
the
how you be looking at him in the face off, Bud ain't playing, bro.
yeah,
And fight week too, you know it's gonna be heated fight week.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's why I think I think it's gonna go real left, man, for Canelo,
Cause,
man.
cause Bud was cool in the Spence face offs and the press conferences, but fight week and the day I think the day before the weigh in, that press conference, that's when he was arguing with Spence fans in the crowd when he said I get active. That's
Yeah,
what set Bud off. That press conference right there. It set Bud off. That's why he was mean mugging him in a face off and Spence turned around like that's when Bud go into Bud mode. He ain't even confident no more. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna happen with Canelo too.
Yeah. We was talking to Bud a lot and Team Crawford back then, and then he would say like he was stopping Spence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And then we would talk to Trey because he be training. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And so we knew back then, word for word, like he was gonna stop. He was like, man, I'm stopping him. What he got for me? Like what?
yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it from when Sean Porter. I bet BFTB 500 that he stopped Sean Porter
He
and
didn't
Errol
pay you,
Spence.
did he?
He paid me for Sean Porter the
Oh.
500, but he didn't pay me the 700 for Spence.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But we
Okay.
made that bet on the same day, so I said he's gonna stop Porter and Spence, like right at the Porter fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. It was
Yeah,
easy. It was real easy to see who was gonna beat Spence after the Porter fight.
yeah, yeah, for
Mm.
sure. Cause Spence went life and death with Sean Porter. He
Yeah,
barely won.
yeah. And you
I
could see,
thought
yeah.
I thought Spence was gonna do a little better. I know he was gonna be out of there though, but he do a
Nah,
lot
Right.
of wrong shit too. He
I
just
was,
I had
yeah,
it 75-25 Bud though. That's what I was saying.
it
yeah.
was Drake that had me. I thought he was gonna stop him around the fifth. I see again that man again when you could see what Bud could do and all these guys' flaws and how that
Yeah.
team is and how they and then just how Bud is, man. He downloading that information, but he also taking advantage of like he looking for opportunity. He be looking to knock niggas out in the first round if you really look at it. He
And
just
how he be punching, his punch selection is like it's unorthodox. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
You don't know what type of punches he's throwing and from what angles. It's different.
So I
Yeah, it's like that, bro. I'm gonna tell you an analogy. I played against Sebastian Telfair, right?
Yeah.
When he was so ambidextrous. If he coming at you, you don't know what hand to guard because he can go up with a left or he can go up with his right. So it was hell guarding this nigga, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's like Bud. If you don't know, the punches is coming different because he's showing you. He don't have to show you an angle at all. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
yeah,
He can punch with either hand. So that's hard because usually when a fella set up, you okay, he lefty,
You know
he
where
a
it's coming
righty.
from.
Yeah. With him, you don't know because he can, you know what I'm saying? He can shimmy
Yeah.
and yeah.
and then when I figured out what a lot of people don't understand what boxing IQ is, man. And when you look at Floyd and Bud compared to everybody else, the way they adjust and the way it's like they set folks up
Yeah.
for the shit you know what I mean? Like that Sean Porter, what he did to Sean, I agree with his daddy. I can't let him get this man.
Yeah.
What he did to Spence, he could have did that. He could have did Sean worse if
Yeah.
he did continued that fight.
He knocked him out in less than a minute when he decided to.
Yeah, listen, and the man was dizzy, but he was still conscious. So that could lead to real clear shots.
Yeah.
Spence was looking the way he was, man. Them shots was. I'd have stopped the Spence fight after the sixth round.
Like
Spence is
like
a
with
Spence.
Boots.
Spence is a shot fighter. After that,
Oh yeah,
if he
he's
had a
shot
fought
now.
Fandor, Fandor would have knocked him out.
Yep, you know I have Fundora stopping him, man.
Yeah.
But like Bud, when Boots switch, he's switching from he either orthodox or he's southpaw. But Bud will switch like that sometimes, but like if it's not working for him, but he'll be in an orthodox stance and throw a southpaw punch and like in mid, he's switching in mid punch. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
what it's confusing when people be fighting. That's why they can't figure it out. But I be seeing
Yeah.
them do that, just switch all of a sudden.
but the thing is, he know when he so he know when he. It's like he set up that shit. What you talking about, right? It's like I
Yeah,
know if I'm in this right hand stance, I could throw this southpaw punch. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And he set those guys up for that shit.
I just wonder what is he gonna take away from Canelo that's gonna enable him to win. I wonder what can he take away from Canelo, or is he
That
even
left.
gonna take anything away?
I think
I'm
he
gonna
gonna take away the left Canelo left hook that he go to the body or the head. I
How?
think that's his major weapon, his main weapon, because he don't
How though?
jab that much.
How are we gonna take it away?
Just by fighting in southpaw first of all, you know what I'm saying, and I guess preparing for it, just like probably stepping to the right too. You know what I'm saying? Stepping to the right
this is what I'm saying, Drake,
and
is
southpaw.
we know Canelo gonna start out with that high guard trying to march forward, right? All Bud gotta do is keep that jab in his belly,
Yeah,
right?
that'll stop him in his tracks and make him reset every time.
Every time. And now Canelo's got it. Now the chess match begins and you lost. If the chess match begins right then and there in that first round like that, it's gonna be a short night, man, I think. And I don't
Nigga,
know.
you getting shot at? What the hell was that?
Oh, that was hitting the table. I'm
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
my
that's
fault.
what I thought you was doing, making your point.
Yeah, I know. I was just talking
my
shit.
bad. Because
No, no, you good.
nah, I just again that and I don't like saying how I see the fight going out because I don't you know what I mean? But again, I just don't see them having a clear way of initiating offense from the beginning. How
Yeah,
is Canelo going to initiate offense from the beginning? You just going to go that. Now I agree with something Mike Tyson told Spence. Just go in there and start wailing on that nigga. Put him in the corner and just start wailing on him. Make it an ugly, dirty fight from the beginning. Push him all the way into the corner and just start punching on him.
the jab and the stab jab, probably can put Canelo on the back foot because Bud is faster than him. You know what I'm saying? So, and he throw different jabs. I just think once he back Canelo up, Canelo he don't fight on the back foot, so that's gonna change the whole dynamic of the fight if he back Canelo up.
He can though.
Yeah, it ain't no telling what Bud gonna do, man. Bomac them cooking up though. I know they gonna have a good plan.
They
That's what I'm saying. I wonder how is Bud gonna attack Canelo? I wonder how.
Yeah,
I
I
wonder
can't.
y'all we go y'all got any last words? We're gonna wrap it up.
oh
I just got a text from Goon. So
Yeah,
okay,
for
yeah.
sure.
Y'all got a Gabos, you got any last words?
man. I'm excited about boxing, man. It's nice now. I mean, look what we get, man. We got fights everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Potential. Everybody's got a potential at least two fights they should make right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
Everybody.
that's what's up. That's
That's
what's
good.
up. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Bud Canelo?
boxing is huge right now. This Bud and Canelo fight is getting bigger and bigger. I like the attention that it's getting, and I can't wait to September. And yeah, I got Schofield winning tonight too. That's the fight I want to see.
Oh yeah, yeah. Who you got, Gabos?
I got Tevin. I
Oh,
Okay.
think Schofield will win, but I do think Tevin got a shot. I'm rooting for him. I think he could get the stoppage.
Who you
yeah.
got, Drake?
I got it 50-50, but I got Schofield.
Okay.
Yup, yup. I got Schofield. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure,
And
man.
that
It's
being
good chopping it
said,
up with y'all too, man. Definitely.
yeah, yeah. And that being said, man, I'm Drico Bay. Brooklyn running boxing now. Forget Ohio. Brooklyn running boxing now. And we gonna yell at y'all, man. Thank y'all for coming, man. Spending y'all a little Saturday with me, man. I appreciate y'all niggas, man.
All right, peace,
All
man.
right.
All right, peace.